Oh. I love the silence that just happens when he's not ready.
Oh, well, we seem to have lost Chance.
You froze before the intro? Oh,
hello, everyone. Welcome back to the...
There we go. Go ahead.
Oh, man. There we go, Chance. All yours. Floor is yours.
Do it.
God fucking damn it. Like, I thought we would get... I had the dance worked out and everything. It's fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Strong Side. I'm your host, Chance Ellison. Joining me, Jacob London, Jeffrey Kahn. Hopefully, somebody else. Again, I'll give him a little leeway. He is on BPT, so he'll probably be. I know he'll be on when I need him to be on because trust me, he's been waiting for this. But we are here to talk all the NFL action, Week 10, starting with our. Very rarely it's happened twice this year, but still twice more than it's happened in previous seasons. Where we start off the week with our game of the week. Yeah. Bengals versus Ravens.
Just no defense was necessary.
Yeah. My single biggest takeaway from this game, more than anything, is from the Bengals side of it, it's Zach Taylor's is costing this team wins. Yeah. Straight up, he is costing this team wins.
Fourth down decision.
Just absolutely there's two really bad play calls. And one of them that I agreed with that no one else did, but I did, which was the first one, which was the fourth and third, and Burrow just bombs it down to not even chase. It's like, what are you doing? Why? Come on, what are we doing here? That was dumb. And then they do it again and then later in the game there's again where it's third and second and they bomb it down to again not chase. That one I agree with. Like that one I went, okay.
They know they're going for it. Yeah.
You know you're going to go for it on fourth. That one's fine because you're essentially treating it like it's a second down, and bombing it on second down is what you do. That's the whole point. On second and short, you air it out because that's what you want. But then you do it again on fourth down. And what are you doing? So, yes. Zach Taylor's going to cost it. Zach Taylor deserves to be fired.
Much to
I've been saying that for years. Much to my chagrin, yes, he probably does deserve to be fired. Joe Burrow get your team to 9-8 and keep your coach around. Be a man. Keep your coach around.
Give him 9-8.
Yeah. So that's costing them, and at some point, like the saddest part about this is at some point, them just being on the other side of all these one-score losses is going to cost them a spot, and that's just the sad reality. Like they're going to miss the playoffs at
the same time, like it's kind of wild. Like Joe Burrow is now the only. There have been 2 instances in which a quarterback has 30 or more completions, 300 plus passing yards, 4 plus passing TDs, and no more than 1 pick, and they've lost. It's Joe Burrow twice. It happened both times against Baltimore.
Against the Ravens, too. Yeah. It's just, this is his kryptonite.
It also just showcases how awful.
Is he freezing again?
You lost him again. Sorry. How awful.
Can someone pay for Chance to have better internet?
Pass defenses. Like, damn.
Yeah. Ravens defense is not good. As I said, this defense is going to cost.
Did you lose me again?
Yeah, we did. This defense is going to cost the Ravens a playoff game, 100%. Next week, and we'll talk about it later, but next week is the single biggest game of the season for the Ravens. 100%. They must win next week because they cannot win 3 road games. This defense will not win 3 road games at all. And if they don't win next week, they're not winning the division. So
Unless
that's
Lamar goes like nuclear, and that's the
I don't
only
even
way you
think
could.
I don't even think Lamar going nuclear can win them 3 playoff road games.
Three.
against-
Yeah, it could
That's
win
the
them
problem.
one.
Like that's the thing. Like it's not going to matter just winning the divisional, like making it to the divisional and losing against the Chiefs in a heartbreaker. That's
Right.
not going to be good enough for the Ravens this
Right.
year. They have to
Super
win the Super Bowl. That's that. Yeah, they are all in on this year, and if they don't, yeah, this defense is going to cost them because at some like Lamar's contract kicks in next year. That's it. It kicks in, and they start being expensive. So yeah, this defense needs to step it up. And next week, biggest game of the year for them.
For both teams, honestly.
Yeah. But I think especially for the Ravens because of how the Ravens must play at home. They have the Ravens can't win can't get the number 1 seed, but they can at least play the wild card and the divisional at home. That they can still at least get that. They need it, and they've got the tiebreaker against their other biggest competition for that outside of obviously their divisional one, because they've got it over the Bengals, they've got it over the Bills with how the shellacking there, and they've got it over the Texans. They don't have it over the Chiefs, but that's not going to really matter. So,
Bengals again. Still, are they in the mix? Yeah, but it is not looking good. It is not looking good for them.
Again, huge game on Sunday for them because their biggest competition right now is the Broncos for that 7th spot. I think the Chargers are going to make the playoffs. At this point, barring some level of just absolute collapse from someone else, I can't imagine. I think 6 spots in the AFC is locked, and that 7th spot's between the Colts, the Dolphins, the Bengals, and the Broncos. I think that's where we're at right now. And I think 2 of those teams this week are going to fall off a cliff. So we'll see.
It's nice seeing where this goes, but yeah.
All right.
Do it for our Thursday night, our game of the week.
Oh, is there struggling?
Moving on to our next game.
We have an apology from.
We should start a GoFundMe for.
We have an apology from the United States, and I guess technically Australia.
Excuse me again.
To Germany.
No, it's just
Springtime for Hitler and Germany.
It went to overtime, so there's a silver lining. You got extra football than you paid for. Just barely because the Giants fumbled on the first play.
You got 5 quarters of football.
Just barely. The Giants did the most Giants thing and fumbled on their first play in overtime. So
yeah, it's okay.
Jacob, I will give you credit on this pick, Jacob, because you did pick the Panthers to win because Bryce Young would be the better QB, and that did happen.
How he was
the fact that you out bad QB'd Bryce Young, that's something.
Right now, Bryce Young's this isn't just an isolated incident. Last week he looked better as well. Bryce Young is looking a lot better, having that little bit of time off and sitting and not playing. He is starting to look better. Now, I don't think he's great.
He's not playing the best competition.
Yeah. No, exactly. He's playing very poor competition. But again, that Giants defense, not a slouch. It is a decent defense. It's just seeing Bryce Young with a smile, that's new. Haven't seen that in a while. So I'm really happy.
Almost like when he wanted to cry at the beginning of the season.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. I'm really happy for the kid. I think
he's dealt a bad hand.
Yeah, he was dealt a really bad hand. I still don't think he should have been benched, but maybe it is working wonders right now for them, but we'll see. Again, I don't really want to delve too much into this game, but I get. Look, I'm gonna put this take out there real early. I'm saying it right now. One of the single biggest upsets of the year is going to be Panthers somehow beat this Chiefs team. Somehow, it's going to be the upset because
that's going to be the team to beat them.
No, look,
Bills. What do you think?
I think there's two. I think the Chiefs get 2 losses. Well, it could be 3. It could be 3, but I think they get 2. I'm hoping it's 3, and because the Chiefs always lose a dumb one. Always.
This might be the hottest take you've ever had.
They always lose a dumb
Panthers
one. And I think it could be the Panthers. That it's just one of those. How the fuck did Bryce Young beat Patrick Mahomes? And that's just it happens every year. They lose a dumb one.
Because the Raiders one was the last year's. Yeah.
Raiders was last year. Matt Ryan's Colts was before it. Like, yeah. Anyway,
before we hop off this game, we do have to talk about the recently named. Hold on, before we get off this game, we got to talk about the recently named domestic terrorist that is Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones in this game. Oh, I know it's Germany and shit's weird over there, but god damn, he was horrid. And
this is not you should be beating up on this defense.
If I'm the I need only one play to talk about it. It's the flea.
Oh, the flea.
Like.
Oh, chance. We're not losing him per se. We're just really missing a lot of
flicker where he had 2 guys fucking open.
Yeah. No one gets sacked under. Oh, he's gone.
We've lost him.
It's just bad. And now there's rumblings that he might not play again because they have.
Right now, I don't know how you can play Daniel Jones anymore. I think you have
one, you want to save money, and then 2,
because if he gets injured, you're on for $20 million
thing from a couple years ago.
It's the Derek Carr. It's the Russell Wilson from last year.
Yeah, from last year, sure. It's all bad.
So what I was gonna say is I feel like if I'm the Giants, I bench Daniel Jones for the rest of the year.
Has to be.
I not want to be stuck paying out that
exactly.
Full.
Yep. No, and that's exactly it. I think you have to. All right. Let's move on to our next game. And here is my other big hot take. So Patriots at Bears. The Patriots have the second best quarterback in this division currently.
Ooh. That's I don't know about currently. Going forward, yes. Currently, it's close.
I think right now they have the second best quarterback in this division.
Okay, really quick question. Will Drake May lay his life on the line for a play?
True. However, we've seen however, Drake May is smarter to not do that. So, and won't completely screw. Hey, cool, yeah, it's I might stop my interception mistake and stop it here. However, they're screwed for the next 6 weeks.
I do want to give a quick stat about this game for the Patriots. The Patriots coming into this game had 14 sacks leading up to this. They had 9 in this game alone. And remember, they just traded away their best pass rusher in Matt Judon before the season started.
I think that's more of a
Bears offensive line
the Bears. But again, this isn't all on the O-line. And this is, again, hey, Jacob, own this one. Caleb's got to own this. Caleb's got to own a lot of this. He's not playing well. The Bears are broken. They're just broken at this point. Coach has got to be fired. 100% coach has got to be fired. They obviously
I remember back at the beginning of the season where Eberflus, I think, had the first or second best odds to be coach of the year. He was because he
had Caleb.
Yeah, it was because he had Caleb. Because again, and I read someone had this take, and I read and it's a brilliant take, and I wish I could have had it, but I think it was I'm not sure where I saw. I think it was the Barstool guys actually. We are seeing in real time what would have happened if the Bears drafted Mahomes instead of Trubisky. That's what we're seeing. We are seeing what Mahomes would have gone through. And it's correct. They would have ruined Mahomes straight up because
they ruined Trubisky and Justin Fields. Like
it's this
don't know how to
organization.
develop quarterbacks.
Like it's this organization. And again, the reporting coming out that Ben Johnson doesn't want this job. If it's
you can see why.
Why would you?
I understand.
Listen, really love Caleb Williams
because, this isn't a case of Harbaugh going to the Chargers because of Justin Herbert. Like, I can understand if coaches want to go here because of Caleb Williams, because again, Caleb Williams is, I think salvageable. I do think he is.
He's salvageable.
I definitely think you do. Unfortunately, you have to get this hire correct. Like this is the single most important coaching hire the Bears will ever make. So I think they're going to get it wrong, and they're probably going to keep Eberflus again for another season because that's just
they can't. Like the way this is going and the way they're probably going to keep losing games, they can't keep that dude around anymore.
I know they can't. But the reporting coming out is Poles won't do it. So I don't know. I just
then fire him too.
I don't understand anything.
If I'm the Bears owner, I think you have to.
I did see this funny tweet where it said, "Being a Bears fan is waiting for a 101-year-old woman to die so you can finally be happy."
I mean, yeah.
Now the Bears did try to do something to correct, kind of right the ship a little bit. Jacob,
there it is.
So long, farewell, I'll be the same.
Get the fuck out of here!
Bye-bye.
No, it's okay. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's gone. Look, an asinine hire in the first place. I'm not saying, even at the time, people were going, that's weird.
Why? Yeah,
that's weird. That's a weird pick.
Well, I kind of get the mentality because, he was coming off of working with Geno and making Geno look good.
Yeah, but
a lot of that, again, I'm not finished. A lot of that was due to having Dave Canales, who was the QB whisperer.
Yeah, but I'm not even going to go on that angle. It's more no one on this team, not one person in the coaching staff has ever developed a rookie. As in, they didn't go, that's the thing that I don't understand. There's no one on there that's gone, oh, hey, yeah, we've had a genuine rookie, because Eberflus wasn't coach when Fields was a rookie. He came in on his second year. And then they've never had this, we can develop a rookie. So when you're getting an OC, I don't understand why you didn't go get one. And then the not firing Eberflus in the offseason cost them genuine genuine people who they could have had as coordinators. Now, again, because I'm not saying I don't think he is a good head coach. I am not saying he should be the head coach of this team. But Cliff Kingsbury as OC for this, after what he had just done with Caleb at USC, would have been good. But Kingsbury turned them down because he didn't have the security of, everyone knew Eberflus is a lame duck. So he went to, where do I have security? Washington. It's just asinine. It makes no sense. And this team is dumb. It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. And they're going to ruin this kid. And I really like Caleb. I think Caleb is extremely talented. And I think he's going to be a very good NFL quarterback. But they're going to ruin him. They're just straight up going to ruin him. And
it seems like he's playing like he's played in college, where he just holds the ball and tries to make a hero play.
Yeah, and that's the other problem.
You can't do that. So some of it's also on him trying to do that.
The other thing I didn't mention about the Patriots, they've got the second best quarterback right now. They're winning the battle. They might lose the war because suddenly they might fall out of the top 10 in the draft capital, in the draft pick. And hey, that Travis Hunter pick that you guys were all really hoping for, that ain't happening anymore. You're not getting Travis
Hunter. But where are they? Where are they? If as of right now, where are they in the draft standings?
I think right now they're 8th.
Oh, really?
That's
Well, there's like 7 teams on 2 wins.
Yeah, that's true. And they have 3, right? Yeah.
They're on 3. So Jags are first, Giants second, Browns third, Titans fourth, Raiders fifth, Patriots sixth, Panthers seventh, Jets eighth. Well,
Yeah, they are 8. There is 7th. Yeah.
Saints ninth, Dolphins 10th.
Oof. Yeah. They
Like,
don't have a top 5 pick right now. Yeah.
yeah, like at that point, like Raiders are Raiders grab me a quarterback. Titans might grab a quarterback. Browns, I don't know. If
Titans definitely grab a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, Jags probably grab either a pass rush or they get
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter. They might get him because they actually need him because they don't need a quarterback. I mean, they don't. They don't because they've just paid theirs.
Yeah, they paid him, so they literally
not grabbing one anytime soon.
Whether or not he's good.
Yeah, and they're not going to have a better schedule, a better record than the Patriots anytime soon. So I don't know, man. God, these teams. All right, moving on. Next up, 49ers.
Oh boy.
Okay, so if the Niners lost this game, I don't know if I speak for everybody, but for myself, Jake Moody is absolutely not stung to the week because
he'd been cut. Most probably.
I agree. Actually, I agree with that. He'd have been cut, and if they had lost this game, I'm putting a line through them for playoffs. I just straight. If they winning this game, they've got half a chance now. If they had lost this game, lines straight through. I'm like, nah, that's it. Cardinals winning the division, and they're not winning, and they're not making the playoffs. Like it's the unfortunate reality of this division is whoever wins this division's making the playoffs, and whoever comes second is probably not gonna get into the wild card just because of that race is so tight.
And the record's not good enough to be.
Yeah. So this division, man, I feel. I was watching this game. I was just gutted for Baker. I'm gutted for him at the moment. That's 2 weeks.
The dude held off Superman with one arm.
Man,
it looked like Nick Bosa didn't want to sack him.
Just embarrassed Bosa.
Hey, Baker. I'm just gonna say that right now. You are lucky. You are lucky you're white.
Exactly.
Had you been Geno Smith, your ass would have been grass, kid.
Exactly.
That honestly is the player of the week for me. Like that was incredible. That was just and again, gutted. It meant nothing. Like because if they go on to win that game, we are talking about that play all week of how. And again, in a week where Nick Bosa was on cloud 9. He just shut the bed on national television. So fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, look. In fairness, he was holding back for this coming week, given who they're playing.
Yeah, fair.
But
that's 2 weeks in a row. I'm gutted for Baker because
he's got nothing.
He's got no weapons, and they're still doing this. Like they are playing incredibly. Like 2 weeks in a row, he's held last year's 2 Super Bowl appearing teams.
Went to overtime with them.
In overtime. Did this one go to overtime? No, this one
didn't.
It was
walk-off
points.
field goal.
Yeah.
Walk off, yeah. And to a last second field goal. Like and he's done it without Mike Evans and without Godwin and with his entire secondary just being completely gutted. Like there's no defense.
Credit to the OC. Really?
Yeah, no, it is, and
keeping
it's
them
credit to
competitive.
it's like again, it's a credit to the coach.
Honestly, the Bears might be well served to go and hire this guy as your head coach,
Liam Cohen. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
the good thing is Evans should be back after their bye.
In theory, should be back, yeah.
It's unfortunate because they're not winning enough games, but I think Todd Bowles has secured his job. Like I don't know how you can fire Todd Bowles with how they're playing. You know what I mean? Like they are how competitive they are. Like again, I'm not a massive fan of Todd Bowles, but the 3 seasons he's been there, they've been competitive. Like they've not bottomed out and been an embarrassment to the league. They've been competitive.
They won a playoff game. Yeah.
They won They won one last year. I mean, and and they've made the playoffs both years, and then this year we'll see what happens. I don't know if they can make the playoffs at this point. I think
Probably,
it's
it's probably
I think it's just a little. The NFC is just a little too tough this year. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's
before we hop off, we do got to talk about Ricky Pearsall.
Oh yes, first touchdown.
The 50 cent of the week. You know,
Oh,
he got shot, came back, and caught his very first touchdown. Him and Tank Dell are going to go grab drinks later. Probably.
And somehow McCaffrey came out of it not injured.
Yeah, McCaffrey alive, not
Survived the
doing
game.
anything, but he's there. He
Shook
survived
off
the game. Whether he makes an impact later on, we'll see if that happens.
We'll see.
Again, I feel like he'll get better. In theory, should get better as the season goes on, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Theoretically,
That's
it's a chick off
big
the
injury
rust.
to come back. Yeah.
All right.
What's next?
Let's rip this Band-Aid off.
Which one?
What is it?
Oh god.
They can't keep getting away with this.
God.
No,
dang
and look.
it.
No.
Just-
Okay. And here's what I'll say about the Chiefs right now. And I said it in weeks past. I will say it again. The Chiefs, now the 2024 Chiefs are the 2020 Steelers. They are winning games via like really weird, improbable bullshit at the end of the games. And we've seen that. You cannot sustain it. You cannot rely on shit like this to keep happening.
They have the worst
game.
point differential for a 9-0 team.
For a 9-0 team ever.
They're due for a loss.
I'm
It's
really
coming.
hoping because
Yeah.
I very much turned into Jesse Pinkman on Sunday. Was like, how are you getting away? I was just
the thing is with this one, it was a little more calculated because if you watch someone put together a film of the guy that got blown up for the block,
Right.
that player, I can't remember his name right now, but he's been getting blown up the whole season.
yeah.
So if you really studied it, you could see it coming.
I resent a lot of people, and I made the mistake at first, and then I actually went back and watched it. I resent people who called this one luck. This wasn't luck. This was skill. This was their special teams made a play, and they won them this game. So congratulations. I can't.
It's just the circumstances.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I hate the Jets, and I hate a lot of other teams in football, and I hate them because they suck, and everyone talks about them like
this is the opposite.
This is the opposite. I am so over how good this goddamn team is, but they've earned it, and that's and it's it's an element of jealousy. Yes, it's an element of I can't believe how good you guys are because you are. They are playing incredibly, and they are one of the best teams.
Are they playing incredibly? I don't think
They're not playing incredibly.
They
They're just
might
in
not,
certain
but
aspects. They are.
They are, and when it matters most, they are.
They're one of those teams that they're not good at anything except winning the game. That's the only thing.
No, and that's
they're good when it matters.
It's in the 2-minute drill with 2 minutes when there's 2 minutes to go, and they have to make a play. They will make the play.
Yes.
That's what's happened all season. They got bailed out. I think they've been bailed out twice in the 7 games. They've been bailed out by bad calls twice. But the Ravens one, that was defense plus also really shitty landing
and Isaiah Likely's big feet.
No, but it's still, but it's defense to the point of pushing where he had to be out that far.
Yeah.
And then the Bengals one's the one where it's a bad call. 100, we don't know what would have happened in that game, but it's a bad call. And then same with the Falcons one. The Falcons are going down to win it. And again, the bad call earlier in the game, but then on 4th down, had to make a play, and they made the play. It's just, it's things like that where it's just when they have to do it, they're fucking doing it. And it drives me nuts.
Yes.
I hate this team.
At
Really
the same
hate
time, though, but still, the teams like these that win consistently, ugly games, we've seen this story happen a lot, and it never ends holding up a Lombardi. It never ends that way.
Yeah.
Just ask the 2020 Steelers.
Ask the 2020 Steelers, ask the 2022, ask the 2021 Vikings, ask the 2022 Eagles. Like it doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, the last time, look at the last time. So I looked it up. The last time the last undefeated team was Peyton Manning's Colts. That's the last time the last undefeated team went on to win the Super Bowl. It doesn't happen. They make the playoffs and then they bomb out. Like
we all think it's probably still gonna happen.
We all just again. It could happen.
Hey, speak for yourself. I have not resigned.
Look, this could be the team of destiny. I'm really hoping they're not. Broncos. Look, Bo looks good, decent.
Defense showed back up after getting embarrassed.
Yeah, actually the story of this one is this defense is really good. Like their secondary is really good, which we already kind of knew, but like it didn't turn up last week, and then this week it's like, oh yeah, no, we exist. So yeah. We'll see what happens, but let's move on to my boys. Bills at Colts.
Yeah, okay. Really good.
This was ugly.
Before you talk about the Bills, we gotta talk about old man Flacco and
oh my god,
talk about why the fuck is he still in the game?
He should have been pulled after he threw a pick six on his first throw. I was like,
first throw was a fucking pick six. Like and it wasn't his very next throw a pick two?
Like a couple
first three drives ended in a turnover. So we went pick six, pick, fumble.
Well, actually, no. It was pick six, pick, field goal. So it wasn't three straight up. But yeah,
they actually were leading at one point. Surprised.
No, I know I knew they were leading.
It's like, how are they leading?
How are you?
Because Josh Allen decided to turn back.
Yeah, Josh Allen also threw a really bad pick. So that's
he threw a couple of rough ones. Again, I'm not going to give him too much shit for it, mostly because who was he throwing to this week?
Yeah, Kincaid left the game. Coleman and Cooper were both out.
Coleman's out. Coleman's out indefinitely. Great. Cooper should be back this week.
But then Kincaid left this game.
Kincaid's probably out for the season, to be honest. So yeah, it's unfortunate he's starting. We're definitely losing weapons, but we're finding ways to win, and I'll take it.
But on the side of the Colts, and like this is a team that has two of the top 5 tacklers in the league. Do we really think they're in better shape with Joe Flacco?
God, no. Oh no,
not after what we've seen. No.
Look, the only reason the only reason I can possibly think of is Richardson's asked to sit. He wants to learn. He's tired.
He's tired.
Well, yeah.
He's tired.
The only reason I can possibly think of is they have made the decision that we're sitting him for the better. We're writing off this season and we're sitting him to help him learn. That's the only reason I can possibly think, because they're just worried that he's going to get killed out there. And that's
kind of like the Bryce Young thing where they're sitting.
Kind of, yeah. Where like the Bryce Young was, we're going to sit him.
I think what the Colts should do is like once they're eliminated from playoff contention, because they will be eliminated from playoff contention.
Yes.
That's when you put Richardson back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you need to continue seeing what you have.
Throw him in the. I mean, personally, I'm throwing him back in right now. Like I'm not dealing with this shit no more.
You have to develop.
I'm kind of in two minds, just given because of his injury history as well.
Yes.
Kind of, but at the same time, you're like, well, fuck, we're gonna have to pay this guy. We want to see what we've got. Like, see how bad is this injury history. So, like, I understand it from both sides. They're kind of in a no-win scenario right now because they decided, hey, we're gonna draft this really, really, really young kid. And we've not built around him.
You haven't done a ton to support Richardson too. Like,
that's not the problem. That's the problem. They didn't like the unfortunate reality is when the Bills. So like again, when the Bills drafted Allen and we went through the exact same thing. Again, we were a playoff team the year before. We traded up and we were a playoff team to be able to then get So he was coming to a much better situation. So he was able to have the shitty season for us. But then also, like, the year we saw, we didn't have the year he came in, and then we had a half decent draft, high enough draft pick to really be able to like build from it. The problem the Colts kind of had last year was they had a decent season when Richardson was injured. So last year was a write-off, and then they had a decent season, so they weren't really able to build around it. They didn't get the benefit of, hey, our starting quarterback got injured for the year, so now we've got a top 5 draft pick. You didn't get that. You were a game out of the playoffs. So that's kind of the other problem they've got. I don't know what the answer is. And the other big reason for the Colts is you have one of the worst owners in football. So that doesn't help either. Anyway, go Bills. I'm happy.
I mean, Bills are looking good, and this is a classic trap game. Easily could have lost this one.
Yeah.
Nearly did lose it.
We did know.
I know you were sweating. I know you were sweating during this game.
Oh, I was. No, I
like the first half.
Like honestly, both. So the next week's game of the week is it like between Chiefs and Bills. From like, did you see it's going to be on 100% of 100% of TVs next week? Like, it is a primetime game in every single market next week. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be on every single where for a 4:00 game, which is just unheard of. That is, you could tell both teams were. This was a trap game for both teams. So Chiefs playing the Broncos, that was a trap, and us playing Colts, that was a trap. And and both teams nearly fell into it, but they both came out with a win. So. Yeah, I was more. It's funny. Like by the fourth quarter, I kind of wasn't really stressing this game that much. Because
that play.
That's like the 30-20 scoreline. It was 30-14 with like a minute.
Yeah, they scored a really late.
They scored a really late one, so like I wasn't stressing at that point. I was too busy watching the Chiefs Broncos and stressing about that game. So I was like, come on, Broncos. Please. Like, that was the game I was caring about. And then I started to care about this game that we're now going to talk about.
What's the next one?
Come on.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming off a bye. Coming into what was supposed to be a really, really electric offense. I will give the Commanders credit. They gave us a fight. Like, one point we were down.
Hung in there. They just hung in there.
They hung in there. There's one point where we were down by 10 points. Like we just couldn't get anything going. Our offense stalled out a couple different times. But this is I like the scenario we put in. Why? Because we showed in this game that even if we're down, we can come right back. And that is off the back of one, Mr. Unlimited.
You and I have very different reads of this game, and it's interesting. To me, I am now very concerned for the Commanders. Very concerned.
The Commanders
when they play good defenses.
No, this should have been a blowout. This was this without one of the single dumbest fake punts of the year.
Oh yeah, that was when I saw it, like, what are you doing?
Hey, hold on.
You have to admit.
Well, didn't he drop it? Yeah, it was a good execution.
Hold on. The call was not bad. In fact, he was wide the fuck open. The biggest problem is he did not catch it. It was not a bad call because he catch him off guard.
Fair enough.
Ready. But if there's nobody around him, he's wide open. If he catches that, he looks like an
amazing play.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But it's more this probably should have been 40-20. Like, this should have been an ass kicking based on what the game was, and then it got close. Again, I agree with you 100%. This is the best Russell Wilson has looked since 2015, without question. Like, all right. And Mike Tomlin deserves Coach of the Year simply for the balls on the we're benching
To switch
Justin
to
Fields
Fields.
despite we're benching Justin Fields despite the fact that he's won 4 games for
Like
us.
everyone
Yes.
was coming from Mike Tomlin saying like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yep.
He was
Why
right.
mess with a good-
He
why
was
mess
right.
with a good
No,
thing?
he was
100%
straight
right.
up right. And that's why, to me, this is if you are ever going to give Mike Tomlin Coach of the Year, it's this year. He has to get it this year. I'm 100% on that train.
I do have to, take myself to task a little bit. I said that Mike Williams was not going to be a major player in this game. He was not going to make a big impact.
God damn.
Mike Will, I was so wrong because that moon ball touchdown to you
Incredible.
to get us a lead.
Just
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie.
Stuck it
Like
to Aaron
even as the Steelers hater on this show and the one who is anti-Steelers, although this season I need you guys
weirdly
so
not.
badly. Like I'm like
Weirdly
you're
not
like I'm like
anti-Steelers.
please go because
I hate you, but I need you.
I know
It's 'cause
it's
we're
like
not stuck to
I was like help me Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Like I'm at that point with the Steelers. That Mike Williams catch was amazing, and I had the single biggest grin because I could just see Aaron Rodgers fuming. Aaron Rodgers just like God fucking damn it, and then he played like he was angry. So I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah, and look, I will say the Steelers coverage need to work on that a little bit. That's a big problem. Like Dante Jackson went down at one point in the game, but when the defense really needed to buckle down, really needed to step the chin straps and go to work, they did. Good.
No, I look So this is the diversion conversation that I think we need to have about the Steelers for the rest of the season. The real season starts now for you guys. 100%. This is where the season starts. Where at the beginning of the year we said coming up to the gauntlet, you had a minimum had to be 6-3. You're 7-2. You lived up to it. You've done what you had to do. You have to, out of these 8 games, I think a minimum you have to go. You have to split the 2 non-divisionals. So either beat the Chiefs or beat the Eagles, one or the other, and then you have to go. I think 4 wins,
4-2.
So 6-2. I think you've got to go 6-2 through this. Maybe 5-3. If you do, you do that, you've got half a chance of winning the division. Like not half a chance. You've got a very good chance. You've got a good chance of winning the division. The Bengals fucked you this week. Like realistically, like that hurt. The Bengals really did fuck you this week by not winning that game. However, the Browns helped you a million times 2 weeks ago. So,
But yeah, I will say this also, and this is not fiction. This is a fact.
Oh God!
If you don't think the Steelers are a top 10 team in the NFL right now, you're lying to yourself.
No, 100%.
Top 10 easily. If you put that qualifier.
I don't care. I don't care how big a Steelers hater you are. If I'm calling Mike Deacon right now, bring him up right now.
I'll give you, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a genuine argument they're top 5. There's a genuine, and it's not even like a and it's not even you're just a Steelers crazed fan top 5. Like it is
as an objective person.
Right now, if someone said to me Steelers, if someone actually came up to me and said Steelers can win the Super Bowl, I now 100% agree with them. Like start of the year, I would have called you nuts and crazy. There is a path. You would
get off my lawn.
Exactly.
There is 100% a path for the Steelers to win the Super Bowl. It's not an amazing path, but there is one. Like it's there, and they can do it. Look, and then on flip side of that coin, the Commanders really like Jaden didn't look good. Jaden's
this was the worst Jaden's looked the entire season.
Mm-hmm. Jaden looks.
And by the way, I did call that last week. I said like Jaden's going to the best defense.
I mean, he's playing a top 3
defense he's played.
Yeah. So.
This weekend is a huge. Look, Thursday night, huge test for him. Plays a divisional game. It's the toughest divisional game of the season that he's going to play. Yeah. We'll see where they're at. But no, this is for the Steelers. Huge win. I'm not even look. I know there's controversy around the fourth down.
Well, let's talk about that real quick.
All
So,
right.
the
Controversy? I thought he was just going to make the guy jump, did he?
Well, no. So
No,
before that,
The other foot.
Commanders-
Sorry.
So the Commanders did have a chance. They get the ball back with around 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go down. They're only down by 1. They only got to get in field goal range.
Mhm.
They go. They get to their own 50-yard line. They try to air it out to get the first down. They can't do it. Although it looked like Zach Ertz did have it when you watch television, but as we know, or as you just learned watching, that orange line on the television it's not an exact spot.
No.
Right.
So he was just short of it. And
Again-
it was inside 2 minutes. So they reviewed it and they still declared him short.
Here's this comes from my big take, and again, this also comes from the Ravens-Bengals game, which we didn't actually talk about either. It's not. It's actually. I'm not even going to like attack the refs that much. I think the Steelers Commanders call is the right one. I think they got it correct but more so in terms of the NFL. To me, needs to implement a 15-second rule. It is 15 seconds that New York or Sky Judge or whoever gets to look at the play, and if in 15 seconds they cannot if in 15 seconds there is not a clear and obvious, because if you can't tell on the first look, it's not clear and obvious, and you go with the on-field decision.
Right.
And I don't know, when we're sitting here watching this one it was like they looked at it for nearly 10 minutes. Like they were going, and I get it. And I understand why it's the biggest call of the game. It's 100%. At that point, I sit as a fan, you go, come on, just go with the on-field. It's not clear and obvious. If you have to look at it that much.
Frame by frame.
but that's my point. Like, if you're looking at it that much to be like, we think maybe.
You're just slowing down the game. And it's taking away
that's the point. The point of replay review was clear and obvious.
Right.
Well, I don't know. For me, if you have to look at something for 10 minutes, it's not clear and obvious.
No, it's not.
And
Because
so
you would've figured it out
I don't know, like that. And look, and that was my take after the Bengals Ravens game when there was 3 blatant fouls and they didn't. And it's like, you've got 15 seconds. In one replay review, you would have seen that. Cool, I can throw the flag. And I think the NFL needs to implement that. Is you have 15 seconds. New York will look at the replay. If it can see anything, it'll throw a flag. If not, move on. And if you want to challenge it, you can. But that's like, we're looking at it for 15 seconds. And if we can't see anything, we're moving on. And that's kind of.
Now, beyond that, so again, turnover on downs. Washington still has a chance because they have all 3 timeouts. But Pittsburgh gets 1 first down. They ice the game.
No.
They run 3 running plays in a row. It's 4th and 1. What happens next?
That guy from Illinois jumps off sides.
Poor kid. I got it for that
God
kid.
dang it.
well, again, bro, we gotta get this timing right.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize there was a clip. Sorry.
If I'm watching, you're telling everybody, don't jump. And there is a jump. Washington put it into their hands. Wilson celebrating.
Okay. When you're in that situation, again,
the announcers are literally saying, "Don't go."
I'm somebody who played on the front 7 my entire playing career. When you're in that situation, there are certain rules you are given to follow. Rule number 1: don't jump off sides.
Yeah.
Rule number 2: there is no rule number 2. Do not jump fucking off sides.
I'm gutted for the kid. It's just one of those rookie kid, rookie mistake. He'll learn, but that's rough. As a result, neutral zone infraction on the defense, 5 yards. Pittsburgh kneels down, ices the game. We have won. We are 7-2, going into our really, really rough stretch of games. Yep. And again, like I said, game of the week for you guys, game of the year. You've got to win it. But in all seriousness, whoever wins this week in that game
probably wins the division.
Yeah. It's just that the winner of that game wins the division.
We are in full-blown hate week over here at my house.
All right. Show of hands, who actually watched this game? Our unwatchable game of the week, Vikings.
I think I had it on as part of the multi-view, but
yeah, I had it.
I wasn't paying much attention to it.
I was at Wild Wings with Taylor and my brother-in-law, and it was in the back corner. It was the one TV on, and I barely watched it. I looked at it every now and then. Oh, Sam Darnold threw another pick. Oh, Mac Jones is a terrible quarterback.
Even worse somehow.
Yeah. So with this game, we got word ahead of time. Trevor Lawrence dealing with a little bit of injury, so to talk return of Mac Jones, and you know what? And this is something that it's hard to fathom saying, given some of the game we've seen the Jags play. If they have T-Law, they win. I genuinely think
it's kind of like the Dolphins without Tua. It's kind of exactly.
Yeah.
They look terrible without Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Sam Darnold turning back into a pumpkin real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the fairy tale might be over.
It's starting to be, and I've seen people being like, "Oh, what are the Vikings gonna do?" I don't know. It's not like they drafted a quarterback this year, guys. Like this is actually kind of the best result. I mean, it's not really. It's kind of the worst.
You have a good backup if you bring back Darnold. And,
yeah, but you don't have to pay him. Like there's some other.
Yeah, you don't have to pay him. Thank God.
Well, I mean, it does fuck with the big payday Darnold was going to get this offseason because, like I said, he was going to trick. He was going to trick somebody into paying him a lot of money.
Someone was going to pay him.
He was like, thank God.
Yeah. I think the other big story, and it's not out of this game particularly, it's more so leading up to this. The Vikings defense is starting to get a little bit more exposed of like, oh, that's what you're doing. Cool. Okay. We know how to fix that. Like that's a little bit of a concern for the Vikings going forward. Because again, they don't have an easy run home. Like they've got a fairly, like they go through a little bit of a gauntlet going. I mean,
their division just in general.
They've got left. Not only that, but like,
honestly, like none of these games are gimmies. Looking at this, none of these games are gimmies.
No, like Titans next week's kind of a gimme.
It's kind of a gimme.
I was not looking at that one.
They get one more kind of easy.
But then again, Bears is divisional. That's not a gimme. Cardinals have now become a real team, so that's not a gimme. Falcons, that's not a gimme, and it's also the Kirk Cousins revenge game.
No,
Bears again, divisional. We'll see what happens. Seahawks, that's no gimme. And then Packers, divisional, and then the closest you've got to a gimme is Lions may have already wrapped up the 1 seed and are resting players in the final week.
Yeah, I seriously doubt at that point Lions are playing anybody.
I see like 3 wins maybe.
Like that's the one thing you've maybe got going for you. So yeah, again, we'll see what happens with the Vikings, but the drop off could be real and it could be real rough. Yeah, we'll see. Like, look, they're going to look good next week, we think, against the Titans because they're not a great team. And who knows? They might look good against the Bears because the Bears are just in full we suck mode. So who knows? The next 2 weeks, they might look really good and then go rough for 2 more weeks. But
they might still sneak into the playoffs. Yeah. They'll probably.
I think they'll be the 6th. I think they'll be the 6th seed at this point. Yeah. But it's going to really depend on what the Packers do and what ended up happening with the West. So
I will give one person in this game credits, and we'll make sure I got the right.
Oh, I know what you're
later. Yeah, Byron
Bynum.
Or was it Bynum?
I think it's Bynum. It's Cameron Bynum. Yeah.
Whoever did the ray gun celebration,
amazing. I saw the side by side. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's the only thing that made this game like semi-watchable.
It's the only thing. It's the only thing that got any coverage from this game. Let's be real.
She responded to the video, gave him kudos.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our upset of the week, and also the reason why I did not touch this game with a 10 poll. Falcons at Saints. Again, anyone who is a bettor and anyone who does gambling and understands, never, ever, ever, ever bet against the team that just fired their coach. Never do it. Don't ever
1
bet.
week bump.
You get like you get. It's the 1 week bump. It's the you will find out.
Well, unless you're the Jets.
But also, it didn't help that Younghoe Koo missed 3 freaking field goals.
Yeah, that is true.
Younghoe Koo, you bring great shame. You bring great shame.
Failing.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough week for him. Real rough. again, this wasn't a good game. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't watch
It
a
wasn't a
second of this.
particularly good game either.
No.
I didn't watch a whole lot. It was kind of every time it was in a different corner. I was like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay.
The Saints would have easily won if Kamara doesn't drop like the widest open pass.
Oh
you've
my
ever
god,
seen.
that
Yeah,
was bad.
like-
That was bad.
They almost tried to lose the game, and then
They did, but you know who came in clutch? My Not Stonks player of the week, Big Kirko. My God, like he got all the yards, but like could do nothing with it. And then like, you know what? I'll give Kirk credit already in postseason form. 4th down, need a conversion to save the game, and you throw a fucking check down. Good job, Kirk.
Yeah.
Did you learn fucking nothing from losing the Giants in the playoffs like 2 years ago? You never throw short of the sticks when you need a 1st down to save the game.
Yeah. He did it in the playoffs against the Giants, right? I think he did the exact same thing.
Yeah, the Giants 2 years ago. They did the exact same fucking thing.
Terrible.
All right.
Hey.
Forgot that we released. I forgot that we released MVS, and so when he showed up on the Saints, I was like, "Hang on."
Anyone excited that the Saints now have MVS? It won't last. Okay.
No, I know. I was just like, "Hang on." I thought you were a Bill, and then I realized, oh wait, no, we released him when we got Cooper. Yeah, when we got Cooper, we released him. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
He had 3 catches, and
This is like
it's like that. It's not gonna last. No, Saints fans.
Save your time, but Saints, people in New Orleans, you can rejoice. No murders this week, probably.
Yeah, you ended the streak.
But not only that, like it's again, like congratulations, it's still the worst job in football, like 100% the worst job in football. So
that or the Jets. That or the Jets are like the worst.
I think this is I think this is worse because it's a lot more.
At least the Jets have pieces. Yeah.
At least the Jets have at least,
and allegedly
like,
have cap space.
Yeah. But it's also a quicker turnaround. All right. Let's move on to the Jacobs not getting divorced bowl. Titans at Chargers.
I don't think you ever in trouble with that.
Again,
the score's closer than it looks because they scored.
And also, I'm sorry. I gotta give my not stonks of the week to the entire Chargers defense. You don't give us a Will Levis meme. You play Will Levis and you gave us no memes?
Make Will Levis look bad.
So, Taylor's actually very happy when I bet against the Chargers because the 2 times I've done it now, they have blown out their competition. So just like keep doing it. Just keep doing it, please. Yeah, Chargers play well.
They're for real.
Yep.
That video, I saw the video of Jim Harbaugh going around where he's like he loves Herbert. And it's,
he like again. This is Harbaugh. Again, this is why I had Harbaugh as a fringe coach of the year contender. I think
that makes sense. It makes sense.
Like right now, yes, he should be.
This team's looking good. Chance's favorite wide receiver is actually playing well. He's not a first round draft pick, but he's like
my favorite wide receiver.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson. Why is he my favorite wide receiver? Just because the amount of shit you kept giving Taylor for him all year.
He's starting to look halfway decent. And
yeah. Now we're starting to actually do something. Good job.
Yeah, no, and again, the more that the further they get away from Brendan Staley, the more like, oh my God, that guy sucks. That guy
really just highlighting how bad he was.
Yeah, he just sucked. But yeah, no, Chargers are a really good team. Titans, you're not. Again, I think
what amazed me about the Chargers is the fact that like it's the defensive unit. Like, if you look at their numbers, like a lot of their like star players, like the ones that they paid a lot to, like your Joey Bosa, your Khalil Mack, your Derwin James they're not doing a whole lot.
They're not.
When you look at
they team, they're keeping the score low and
yeah. But that's the thing. Like again, they're the only team that haven't had more than 18 points scored against them. I think like it's they're the only.
They're the number 2 scoring defense, and number 1 scoring defense in the NFL.
Yeah, like they've got again. They're playing really, really well. The offense is starting to come a bit more alive. Herbert's a dark horse MVP right now. And again, I don't think it's going to happen.
The
Don't
darkest
get me
of dark horses. Yeah.
I think like so.
The Wesley Snipes of dark horses. Yes.
I think I put this in the chat. Like I think right now the front runners are Lamar and Allen, and then genuine contender is Goff and is Goff.
Mahomes.
And I guess it's
Mahomes,
kind of
because their
and
team is
Goff,
undefeated.
and Goff and Mahomes if they go undefeated. Like if they go undefeated, Mahomes is probably getting it.
Yeah.
And then dark horses, I've got Kyler, who is I think genuinely a dark horse MVP
Starting
candidate
good.
right now.
He's looking good. He's looking very good.
Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
TJ Watt, and Justin Herbert. I think that's your right now. I think that is your MVP race because this is he's looking good. He's living right now. He is living up to that contract, and he is living up to the This is I
You
think
can build
right,
around him. Yeah.
but right now, if someone said Justin Herbert is, he's not in mine. But if someone said he's in my top 5 quarterbacks, I can't laugh at you for it. The way that you
Top
could
10.
have
Yeah,
2
top
years
10.
ago.
I mean, he's right there. I mean,
he's in and around top 5. He's either 6 or 7, but So I don't know. Like right now,
I mean, Herbert. I've always thought Herbert was a very good quarterback. Like the only thing
Just held back by coaching.
the only thing holding back Herbert is the Chargers themselves because we've seen them do it twice.
Yeah, that is true. So
maybe this is the year.
maybe. Well, I don't think this is the year.
Not this is the year, but just like this is the year they start. to turn.
But
also, really quick, looking at odds right now for Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, front runner, obviously, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
The next best, the second best odds has like I don't know how the math works. I think it's like 6 times worse because like TJ Watt's minus 200, the next person's like plus 1,000.
Oh Jesus!
Who is the next player?
Who is it?
It's a tie. Okay, one of you can guess. It's a tie between 2 guys.
What position? In what position?
D-line.
D-line.
Oh, it's the
There's 2. Is it Myles
It's
Garrett?
not particularly difficult. Actually, no.
no.
Where is Myles?
Is it not an obvious name? It's not an
No,
obvious
it's
name.
Garrett. It's not Garrett.
Myles Garrett's plus 3,500 right now.
Yeah, it's not Garrett because they suck this season.
I don't know.
What's his fuck?
No, I looked at this the other day and
Defensive tackles.
AFC or NFC?
Brain
One of
not
each.
working.
One of each.
Oh. Cameron Hayward? No. It's all Steelers.
It's one of the guys on the. It's Eagles, isn't it?
Actually, no.
No.
It's not Jalen Carter.
Oh wait, no, that's Rook. That's sorry. That's
rookie of
corner.
the year.
That's rookie. Yep, that's the corner on rookie.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I thought about it.
I'm surprised you didn't say one, Jacob. One is Chris Jones.
Oh,
okay. So one is Jones. Okay, I didn't think Chris Jones was that high already. All right.
Yeah, one's Chris Jones, the other Sexy Dexy. Sexy Dexy.
Again.
Dexter.
Oh, that makes sense. Fuck, Jesus.
I mean, if we had more time.
Okay, well, I said this take in our chat, and I don't know if it's ready for prime time yet, but
we're gonna roll it anyway.
We
Not
probably
quite ready for
should.
prime time.
And look, 2 things have to happen. Both things I don't think are going to happen, but 2 things have to happen. 1, the Chiefs have to go undefeated.
Right.
And 2, Lamar has to break the passing record, which he is on pace to doing. If both of those happen, I think Chris Jones gets Defensive Player of the Year because an undefeated team not getting MVP and not getting any other awards is just going to look so weird for the AP. They're going to have to give it to someone, and I think
that's again, no, they don't, that's ridiculous because
They could give Andy Reid Coach of the Year.
They give Andy Reid Coach of the Year. That's fine.
That was the other one I thought of. Is
They
that
could do that.
instead they fuck Mike Tomlin and they give
just give Andy Reid because he wouldn't win
Coach of the
MVP.
Year, and Tomlin gets fucked of Coach of the Year instead of TJ getting fucked of Defensive Player of the Year. And I don't know which one Chance would be more mad at.
Probably Tomlin. You'd be more at Tomlin. Probably. right?
That's difficult to
Because Tomlin's been like it's been years.
Tomlin's
And
TJ
never
Watt still
played.
has time.
TJ's
TJ Watt still has time to
got
win.
one.
At least
That's
TJ Watt has one, whereas Tomlin's never won Coach of the Year. My issue with that is like you cannot give it to a dude who's literally not in the top 50 for any metric for a defensive tackle.
No,
Right,
and
he has to,
I
like,
understand it, and I do get it, but also that defense is the reason they're winning these games. Like that's my
He's the captain of the defense. Yeah.
that is my like reasoning behind it, and why I could see them doing it is just there isn't a standout player on it, but that defense took this team undefeated.
Right.
So it's kind of like that's why I could see them doing it. Again, I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think Chiefs are going undefeated, and
Right,
I don't think Lamar's
Breaking
getting
the record.
MVP. So I just
Bottom line though, all praise he is TJ Watt.
no,
Moving on to
the sad reality is the one that I'm probably going to get right is Defensive Rookie of the Year, and chances
Jared Verse.
Jared Verse,
Oh,
and chances probably getting at least MVP and Defensive Player correct because Josh is I didn't believe this year. I didn't believe it was going to happen, and Josh is playing out of his fucking skin. And
Josh heard you and he's like, "All right, I got something."
yeah, Josh heard me and went, "Okay, fuck you."
I gotta press Haley.
Yeah. Not only do I get to screw Haley, I also am going to embarrass Jacob. It's like, okay, cool, thank you.
I like how we just went on a huge tangent after Titans Charger.
Anyway.
Bottom line, Chargers, good win.
Yeah,
Good.
great win for the Chargers. Great win.
Good.
All right. Oh man, I'm just gonna be on cloud 9. Oh man,
The Jets.
suck
Jets,
shit.
Jets.
Mike is never coming on the show because they're never gonna win.
I just the stupid and here's the stupid. Okay, so you know what I was saying, man. I hate the Chiefs because of how good they are. I never hated the Jets. I never hated them as much as I did this year because
What could have
you
possibly
like hating them.
changed?
You like hating them.
But not only but it's not even the Aaron
Like we all
Rodgers
do.
of it all. I mean, it is the Aaron Rodgers of it all.
mostly,
But like I don't remember last year, I was all on the look. All right, let's do this. Let's see how it goes. I hated them this year because they've sucked and people still talk about them. I'm over it.
They're essentially the Cowboys. Yeah, the
Like,
Cowboys will suck forever, and then the people will
Yeah,
still
but the
talk about
Cowboys
them.
are at least they've got an owner who's like good at
Senile?
selling the team. He's good at selling the team and and making the team a story. The Jets aren't that. The Jets are just the story is, oh, the Jets really suck. Yeah, no fucking kidding. They're the fucking Jets. They have always sucked.
Turns out Robert Saleh wasn't the problem.
Yeah. I just
Robert
yeah.
Saleh watching these games with
Just
utter
laughing,
delight.
laughing from
Robert Saleh is on cloud 9 right now.
laughing so much.
I know everyone is. I know everyone is murdering Sauce Gardner because of how shit he's been since Saleh got fired. I wonder why you fired the coach. Like I'm not.
The defensive minded
like,
coach. Yeah, exactly. They've gotten their defense has gotten worse.
Yeah, he's just. Yeah, you mean the defensive minded head coach? I think that is the biggest indictment of a team when, like the Saints, they fire the coach and the Saints have a halfway decent game. It's like, oh, yep, okay, the coach was the problem. They fired the coach here and the team's worse. And it's like, oh, you mean it wasn't the coach? Oh, we could have told you that. Yes.
I did the math. I did the math on this, or I took the stats. So
Okay.
in the 5 games Saleh coached, the Jets only gave up more than 20 points twice.
Okay.
Since he's been fired, they've given up less than 20 points only. Actually,
Once.
never.
The
never.
Texans, right?
Oh, sorry.
They only gave up.
Yeah, that's the only time they've only
won.
not giving up less than 20 once.
The one time they won. Yeah.
Yeah, the one time they won. So like this team is just not delivering. And also like offensively, again, talk about the defense who you want in this game. Offensively, when you're scoring the exact same amount of points as Mike Williams, the guy you just traded away. Like Mike Williams had as many points as your entire offense. That's a problem.
You asked to trade for Devontae Adams, and this is the result. Like,
Look, Devontae had a bad drop in the end zone. Uncharacteristically bad drop in the end zone.
Yeah,
You would expect a guy to
again,
catch.
I'm not gonna slaughter Devontae for that because again, he also like he's been playing decently. He's just Rodgers is the problem. Rodgers is a 41-year-old quarterback, and it fucking shows. It shows. And you know, like again, Tom Brady ruined this team again because he tricked everyone into thinking there's life after 40. It's just the funniest thing in the entire world to me. This guy, like, yeah.
Yeah, so for the Jets now, their only option, they got to run the table. They can't lose another game this year.
No, they can't. That's it. They got to run the table. Good luck.
How likely is that going to happen?
It's not. Look, the Jets, looking at their schedule in all, like, I've got 2 wins. Realistic. I've got
a little harsh.
I've got them.
Have you seen this team?
I've got them winning.
They've lost to teams they should not lose.
I take it back. Sorry, I take it back. I've got them 3 wins. Sorry, I miscount. I've got them 3 wins.
6-11.
Have you seen this team? Yeah, that's fair.
No, I've got them 3 more wins. The Colts this weekend, Jags in December, and then they split the Dolphins. That's it.
None of those are guaranteed. Yeah,
they lose to the Seahawks.
They
I
could
think
lose all 3 of the
they
ones.
lose to the Seahawks. They lose to the Rams, and they lose to us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and again, I think this weekend is the one weekend where assuming Trevor Lawrence. Okay, hang on. Assuming Trevor Lawrence is back in December, this is the only weekend where they put out the better quarterback
against Flacco.
Geno is playing. Geno is playing better than Aaron Rodgers right now. Tua is playing better than Aaron Rodgers right now. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence will be playing better than Aaron Rodgers. If it's Mac Jones, then Mac Jones. Aaron Rodgers is better than Mac Jones because wow.
Because everyone's better than Mac Jones.
Like Matt Stafford is better than Aaron Rodgers.
A stale piece of bread is better than Mac Jones.
McCorkle makes Daniel Jones look good.
Yeah, but if Trevor Lawrence is back by then, this weekend is literally the only weekend that they will have the better quarterback. Every other weekend they got the worst quarterback. It's they're done. They're going to win at most 3 games. I cannot see them winning any more than that. No. This is a team that is just checked out, and what's worse, there isn't an out next year. It's $49 million dead cap if he retires next year. There isn't an out. If they cut him, there isn't an out.
If he retires, doesn't that not count against the cap?
Nope, because it's previous money.
Oh, previous money. Okay, fair enough.
Yep, it's $49 million if he plays or doesn't.
May as well play.
May as well play and take a beating.
Like, again, and that's like, I don't know who takes this job. I really don't. This isn't
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
This is an actual head coaching job. It's not one of those like.
He becomes the Bill Russell of the NFL.
Bill Russell of the NFL.
But this is an actual head coaching job that's available. It's not one of those like, oh, we're assuming he's going to get fired head coaching jobs. This is an actual one that's available.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's taking it. They're probably going to have to do a Texans, which is just hire someone to fire him 12 months from now because who you get?
I saw the really funny thing. It was like, can you fire an interim coach? I saw the thing. Can you fire an interim coach? Because they probably
can. This is rough. And again, I'll just be I'm just going to sit here laughing a lot. Cardinals, you're a legitimate football team.
I did not expect the Cardinals to look this good. Yeah.
They're like consistent. I thought you were a fringe playoff contender. Yeah, you could win the division. You really could. You could win the division. Not only that, you're a genuine contender for last game of the season because it's Cardinals 49ers. That's a genuine Sunday night football contender at this point. So, Cardinals are looking really good, really, really good. And
I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the Cardinals this year. I will admit.
Kyler Murray had like 17 straight completions at one point.
Yeah. Defense is getting better too. That's the other big. That's the underrated part of it all. Is the defense is getting better. They're a legitimate team. They're a legitimately scary team. Now, here's the thing. I don't think they can do anything in the playoffs. Like, let's be real. Like with all due respect.
But if you're going to build around it, get the experience.
Like, I think at best you're winning a playoff game and then losing to the second seed, whoever that is. Like either second seed is probably actually
Commanders, the Eagles.
Actually, they might make
they could threaten whoever the second seed is.
Because if the second seed is Falcons, they might. If it's Eagles, they'll probably lose to the Eagles. Yeah. But yeah, God.
This take just gets worse and worse. All right,
it does.
Speaking of the Eagles,
really quick. Here's my question. If the AFC Championship game was the Chiefs and the Steelers,
okay,
where are you going to be during that game?
Me.
You're asking Jacob?
Outside of drowning in my sorrows, I'm 100% going for the Steelers because I don't want the Chiefs three-peating. I just don't want the Chiefs three-peating.
Now I kind of want that for the AFC Championship game, just so I can get Jacob fan for a few hours. It could happen.
The Christmas game could be the preview of the.
That Christmas game.
The Christmas game is Black Magic Bowl 2024.
Well, yeah. No, I'm telling you right now, the Christmas game, I will be 100% the single biggest Steelers fan outside of Chance, because I need, especially if we win this weekend, because I need the Steelers to beat the Chiefs. I need someone.
I'll send you a towel. I'll send you a terrible towel.
There. Let's do. I will be waving that towel as hard as I can for that game because
Is this one we should live stream?
I need them to win.
It's on Netflix, right? You can stream it on Netflix.
Yeah, moving on to our next game. Unfortunately, okay, so you're not going to get your full comeuppance right now, but here we go.
Had to be. It
as soon as Dak went down.
But here's the thing. So, and I kind of alluded to this last week. My thing on this show has kind of been the Cowboys apologist of hey, they're not that bad. Like I know they're the Cowboys, but look at the record, look at what they've done, look at all of that. So when I have the big giant, they're only winning 6 games take. Of course.
Dak has to go down. Of course he goes down.
No. Game 7. The game.
Oh, it's against
Game 7 had to be against the Cowboys. It had to be. And they blew him out. And
thing is, I think even with Dak Prescott, they lose this game.
Oh, even
it's just slightly closer.
They look. The Eagles look. I got the Eagles wrong. I got the Eagles wrong in talent. They still have the modern day Mike. They still have modern day Mike McCarthy as their head coach.
Well, Mike McCarthy is not done being modern day Mike McCarthy.
No, that is true. But
they
still have one of the worst head coaches in football who is being absolutely saved by talent. No questions asked. Nick Sirianni is a terrible, terrible head coach and doesn't do anything. That's the other thing that I just will never understand.
He's a terrible leader.
He's do anything. But they're just not a good. He
gets away with
He's got so much talent there that they're just carrying him. And Hurts is playing a lot better than he did now that he has AJ back. They're a good team. I'm gonna own it. Yep.
Again, you
apologize to Marisol and any Eagles fans.
I haven't actually really apologized to Marisol yet.
I'll put it in the fantasy chat right now. Hey, Marisol, take a apology.
Hey, remember the bet he made?
This one's been this. Look, I'm not gonna live this takedown. I'm not this one's gonna stick with me for a while. But Eagles are good. Cowboys, holy fuck, they're bad.
We got to talk about a lot when it comes to the Cowboys. First of which, yes, it was announced that Dak was out this game, and We got announced later that he's going to be out for the rest of the year. So Cowboys, write this season off. You're done.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
We saw both Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, both of which only combined. Both of which only combined for 66 yards passing.
Oh my god.
The Dallas Cowboys had 6 points and 5 turnovers. They only had 1 more point than turnovers on the day.
Because they keep insisting on giving the ball to Zeke, and what does he do? He fumbles.
Zeke is somehow like in a team that has Cooper Rush and Trey Lance at quarterback.
Zeke Elliott's still worse.
Zeke is somehow the worst player on this team.
Still. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand.
They're too loyal. It's just loyalty winning.
They're desperate. They don't have a running back.
Yeah.
They've got no other running back. Like that's
Dalvin
the single.
I forget Dalvin Cook is on this team. Like Dalvin
He's
Cook
sometimes
is
on the
still
team.
probably
Sometimes,
better
yeah.
than either guy.
He's sometimes on this team.
So not only that, and we can get into Sungate or whatever the fuck it's called.
Sungate.
Like,
Oh my god.
fucking hell!
Usually when the Sun is scoring over a team, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Exactly.
Not here. Here,
There's a
here's
different
the
Sun guy.
actual Sun because in case you don't know, the Dallas Stadium was built with windows facing to the west. So when the sun goes down,
What was your first
it's like
mistake?
okay, you know how remember that scene in Two Towers where Gandalf's riding downhill with the Rohirrim? Imagine trying to catch a football in that.
Facing that.
But not only that, like and whenever you build a stadium, you generally try and build it so you can have a little bit of a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
You know, Miami Stadium is the perfect example where they're just like, hey, we're going to illegally cook you guys on one side of the field. This is the dumbest thing about this one is
It's
no
hurting the
matter
whole
what,
team.
no, you're hurting you're hurting someone. You're either hurting your quarterback who can't fucking see because the sun's in his eye, or you're hurting the wide receiver who can't see the ball because they're facing the quarterback.
Yeah, and the thing, like, at some point, you'll be facing that window, no matter, like,
Because you switch sides of the field. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you switch sides at one point, so you're going to be facing that window no matter what.
Again,
So it's like,
Poor planning.
stupid design.
And
And Jerry Jones won't fix it.
No, and not
What are
only
they gonna
that,
tear it
like,
down
it's the
until-
Cowboys. I can count on one hand how many like 1 o'clock games they've played. They play the 4 o'clock games, guys. Like that's what the
When sun
Cowboys
is- yeah,
do.
exactly. You
They
don't only
play
get to
the
play
4
in prime
o'clock
time.
box game
or
of the
at night.
week. That is who they are. They don't play the 10 a.m. games with no like they're the
Yeah.
4 o'clock afternoon game. And
Exactly.
yeah, it's bad. This is a bad football team. Looking at their schedule,
Don't tell me they can win like 3 games. There's no way.
there's a genuine chance the only game they win left is on Thanksgiving, and it's against the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Genuine
With
ch-
Cooper Rush, I have no idea.
And I don't
But
even know about that.
Or is it Trey Lance at that point? We don't know.
Is Trey Lance
Like,
Cooper Rush?
It won't
But
matter.
here's what they got. Here's what they got.
We could be subjected to watching. We could
Trey
be subjected to
Lance
watching
versus
Drew Lock versus Trey Lance on
Oh
Thanksgiving.
my god.
Yeah, we could.
The
That
Native-
would be on
Native-
Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving.
Native Americans in the 1700s got better treatment than we will Thanksgiving.
So here is what they've got. Texans this weekend, Commanders, Giants, Bengals, Panthers, Bucks, Eagles, Commanders.
At most 2 wins.
At most is 2 wins.
Exactly.
Like, and again, not
That's
that
being
I'm
generous.
big on the Panthers right now, but
No,
Bryce
you think
Young's
we beat the
better.
Chiefs?
But Bryce Young's better. Bryce Young's better than
Cooper Rush or Trey Lance.
Cooper Rush or Trey Lance
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
Yes.
100%.
Like,
Yes.
like it's just
He has
that's-
game experience.
yeah, like it's
Which Trey Lance
and
does not.
this defense is bad. Do we want to talk about Micah Parsons?
yeah,
throwing
let's
his
talk,
throat
let's,
Micah
let's
Parsons?
talk about this now. Do you
Yeah,
have the
we
quote
probably
pulled
should.
up?
We probably should.
Let me. I'll get it up.
Yeah, so Micah Parsons, this is his first game back, and I will give him a little bit of credit. Did have a good game. Granted, I don't think Lane Johnson. I don't know if Lane Johnson played this week. He might have, but either way, good game. Not gonna discredit you. Not as good as TJ Watt, but you know what? You had a good game. Not too bad. But he then proceeded. I'm trying to remember what the hell he said.
No, I've got it.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
we go.
I found it as well. Go ahead.
So he's asked about. So he gives a quote. He's asked about so Parsons outlined how he felt in the Dallas locker room, drawing a clear distinction. That's above my pay grade whether Mike is coaching next year. Coaching, Mike can leave or go wherever he wants. Guys I kind of feel bad for are Zach Martin and the guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. Those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for. Half of that quote, I'm fine with. In the locker room, like in a post-match where it's just like...
You're sticking up for your teammates.
I feel for Zach Martin. I feel for these guys because of this. And more so from like the point of view of like, oh, hey, our coach is he's a Super Bowl champion already. He'll find another job, like maybe, but like he'll be fine. I feel for Zach Martin because he's never going to have a ring now, most likely because of this. Yeah. It's the second half where he then doubles down again on these guys put more work than Mike McCarthy.
Even if you feel that, you don't say that out loud.
Like you can think it, you do not say that in a press conference. That's
and that's 100% an indicator that like this team, they have stopped playing to their coach.
They're done.
Toxic.
Like it's done. They're a bad football team, and the worst part is, and this is kind of what I was saying last week. They've screwed themselves because can you imagine
Dak and CD
because like the CD one I totally understand,
right.
But paying Dak, paying Dak again, blinking in because he was so terrified of the backlash, and paying Dak is going to haunt this franchise because. Like, can you imagine if you have it? Like, they're going to have a top 5 pick straight up. They are going to have a top 5 pick this year.
Close to it, if not.
They could either, hey, Dion, do you want to come to come home, grab Travis or grab your son and coach him here?
Just fine.
Because look, that is a Jerry Jones move. That is a move that I could.
100%.
That is one that I could 100%.
Like, I had a conversation with somebody today where just like, is Deion's in play for Dallas? I'm just like, there's no way because Deion's gonna go. If Deion's gonna coach in the NFL, which I'm still not convinced he's gonna do, if he's gonna coach in the NFL, he's gonna coach wherever Shedeur goes. Right. And you did not pay Dak the highest contract of all time
just to
draft the quarterback the next year.
Exactly. And that's the only other one that I could it's either I could see him go to the Cowboys if he can get Travis. That's the one where it's like, hey, you can get Hunter. That's the one that I could maybe see, but it's also it's Deion in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's just
that's going to sell tickets just on its own.
That's going to sell so many tickets just on its own, and I could see Jerry doing that. Especially, look, under the radar story, what Colorado's doing right now. Like Colorado is holy shit. How are you doing? How are you pulling this off right now? Like, so Deion to me personally, Deion to the Raiders is most likely the thing that's happening this season.
I think that's the move. That's Mark Davis move too.
Yeah, I think that is the move, especially with what's happening with Colorado, and because Colorado's I think they need if they win one more game, they're getting at minimum a bowl game. If they win a few more, they could genuinely make the playoffs. And if that happens, I think he's absolutely in the NFL next year. Yeah. Like he is going to be in the NFL next year because one, Sanders is going to be a top 5 pick. Like 100% going to be a top 5 pick. So we'll see, and he'll try and finagle his way to get both of them. To get not only Sanders to get Travis as well. That's what I think.
Just like LeBron with Bronny.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, you could.
If you don't get my son, I'm not coaching for you.
I'm not coming.
Well, that'll be that will be the borderline condition. It's gonna be it's gonna be. All right, this is. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here. Do you remember last season how everyone was like, "Oh, Caleb Williams, his dad's demanding so much, and he wants X, Y, and Z," and like everyone was like, "Oh, Caleb's going to sit out. He's all this crap and all the stories going around." Yeah, it's not Caleb. It's going to be it's going to be Shedeur, and it's going to be
just
Dion.
a year early.
We're a year early. That's what's happening this year. And
we got the right quarterback. We just picked the wrong one.
And that's the thing. It's going to happen this year with Shedeur, but we're going to get Eli Manning 2.0. Some team is probably going to draft him, and he's going to go, "I ain't going because I'm not, and I'm Deion Sanders' kid, and I'm not going." And I straight up believe that that's what's going to happen. So anyway. All right, let's move on to somehow 5 turnovers and winning.
7
5
combined.
interceptions and still winning
7 combined.
somehow. I don't get
Not
it.
since 2012.
I need a drink.
Yeah. Look,
Everyone did during this game.
I cannot think of a bigger turn from like lauded personnel to absolute hatred as Bobby Slowick. Like Bobby Slowick, we talked about last season as like he's going to be like one of the guys to watch for a head coaching job. And it didn't take one like going back to Houston, like, oh man, he's gonna come back. It's gonna be great with CJ Stroud. And watching him this year, the Texans might be the worst team in the NFL when it comes to second half adjustments.
Okay,
they don't have any.
Easy.
They didn't score a single point.
Yeah, like you had this game. You were up 23-7 going into
I don't think
the
that's
second half.
but that's not enough against the Lions.
No,
It's not. And look, it's not when it should be when the other quarterback has thrown 5 picks.
You should be up more than this. Yeah.
Like when the other quarterback has thrown 5 interceptions, and admittedly one of them's a Hail Mary, so it shouldn't probably count. But like when the other team has thrown 5 of the freaking things, plus also turned the ball over on because there was a fumble. There was another turnover somewhere in all of that.
Maybe. Well, one of them looked like a fumble, but it counted as a pick. So maybe that's the one you're talking about.
Oh, okay, that could have been it. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
all 5 of them were
5
picks.
turnovers.
All 5 of them.
Okay.
Were picks.
But like in all of that, and you don't win it, guy, that's
the fact that you couldn't put up like 40 with that,
exactly.
with all of that.
They gift wrapped you so many easy points.
They did. They gift
You
wrapped.
settle for field goals. You settle for field goals.
That's the big problem. Yeah. He's not regressed. Regressed is the wrong word.
I think other teams have just figured out the Texans.
Second year
they've adjusted. Yeah, they've adjusted to his system.
Yeah, and again, you actually look at his numbers. His numbers are the same as last year. The only difference is he's on his back a lot more. That O line's shot. That O line is shot.
That O line down to your
the team.
Yeah, down wide receivers. Not great.
This is the team that is going for O line in the next draft. 100% in the first round.
They have.
Well, yeah,
no,
should.
they're going to go O line. The problem, the problem they're going to have going into the playoffs, week 1. All right, so their playoff trajectory at the moment looks like either the 3 teams they're most likely going to play in week 1 are either
Chargers,
the Ravens, who destroyed you last year, and either or the Ravens, who have Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa against that O-line. Chargers. Or the Steelers, who have TJ Watt against that O-line. You're like, that's the problem this Texans team is going to have simply in week 1.
No matter your first round opponent.
Yeah, that is their single biggest problem. They're going to win the division because for some reason the South just fucking sucks, which I mean we already knew, but like
we already knew it's especially
we just thought Houston would be the one good team.
We didn't think they'd be winning it by default and default only.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if there was a better team in their division, they'd be losing. Like I know it sounds like an
no,
oxymoron, but like think like if they were in a division with fucking like with the Chargers or with Baltimore or with Pittsburgh, they're not even going to be close.
No, okay, sorry. If they were in the East with me, we wouldn't we would have if they were in the East
2
right
games
now,
up at least still
Sorry?
2 games up. You'd
Like,
still be
no.
2 games.
Well, yeah, sorry, a bad example actually. If you're right. If they were in with the Chargers or something, they'd be third. If they were in it's just I don't know. It's bad. It's really bad.
It's bad. And they started off really good. Like they were running the ball well. So they were doing a good job passing. Like they came out with their hair on fire, like you would need to do.
Determined, yeah, exactly.
And they were capitalizing on Detroit's mistakes. But then second half, they just came out and looked like a completely different team. And a lot of credit we have to give to Detroit's because
Aaron
Glenn, the fact that they can do this
Yeah.
and like make adjustments to come back and win this game,
This speaks to the
that's the mark of
character.
a great team. Exactly.
The character of a good team, exactly.
It is both a blessing and a curse for the Lions because this is it. You have to win the Super Bowl this year. Otherwise you're going to be the Eagles and you're going to get absolutely.
Oh, you're going to lose your coordinators.
You're going to lose everyone. You're going to get absolutely slaughtered when it comes to coordinators. And if you lose the Super Bowl this year, or if because your defensive coordinator's gone 100%.
He's getting called.
He's getting called from someone. I know Ben. I don't 100% know because Ben is a lot more. I think Ben understands he's going to be selective where he goes. He's going to make sure he's going to at least a good organization.
But he could pull a Spagnuolo and just be like, "Nah, I don't want to go anywhere."
But I just want to stay with good teams.
Here's the thing. Okay,
stability.
The thing with Spagnuolo is Spagnuolo's not getting offers. It's not that he's not getting offered because last time was such a disaster. And
we don't know with Ben Johnson. Exactly.
So Ben Johnson's getting offers, but he's been very selective. By reporting, again, we don't know, but from reporting, he's been very selective of where he wants to go. He wants to go to a good organization because he knows you get one chance as a coordinator. That's it. You get one shot, and if it doesn't work,
I forgot Spagnuolo was a head coach.
Yeah, and it was such a disaster that it's like, oh. We're not
doing
like
I'll stick to my lane and do it.
Yeah, that's why it's so frustrating for the Chiefs. They've got an OC that's not going to go anywhere. A DC, sorry. They've got a coordinator who's not going to go anywhere. They got the best head coach in football, and it's like, well, fuck yous all.
Even Matt Nagy can mess this up.
And that's the other thing is Spagnuolo's on the other side of he's not on Andy Reid's side. So it's essentially it's as good as having 2 head coaches because it's oh cool, you're the end because
you just take care
Nagy
of
doesn't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's sorry. Anyway, but no, Johnson, where Johnson goes is a big question. But the Lions, this is your year. If you don't do it this year, I don't know when. I really don't, because that's the big thing. I do love that this game brought up the my favorite question. Did the Bengals fuck up? Which again is weird to say by
not drafting Penei Sewell.
By not drafting Sewell. It's one of those.
Yeah. Well, a lot of teams messed up. Whoever drafted before the Lions and got they all messed up.
Especially in that draft with how many teams drafted quarterback in that draft. Yeah, they messed up. But yeah, I do love that every time the Lions play, it's the Bengals probably should have just grabbed Penei Sewell and gone with a different wide receiver. But anyway, especially now they're not going to pay Chase because they're fucking morons.
And especially after the game he just had.
He just blew up and they still lost.
Oh, it's $40 million. It's it's $40 million, and they're going to have to pay that. And if they don't, he's getting franchise tagged, and he is not going to be on that team. And
Would I pay
Higgins
40
isn't.
million? Would I pay 40 million for Jamar
For
Chase?
Jamar, it's tempting.
We got the cap for
tempting.
him. We can't do
tempting.
it.
Every
It's
team
tempting.
is probably going to think about it.
All right, and let's move on to last night's atrocity.
Yeah, that was expecting much better than this.
God, Dolphins, Rams, you are so lucky. Vikings,
This Jags was
Jaguars
worse.
happened.
Oh God, this was a bad game of football.
This is like only the second time since Stafford's been a Ram that they haven't scored a touchdown on offense with him, which is same.
This was awful.
What alarmed me about this is the lack of testicles from the offense that Sean McVay, who I think is a great offensive coach. The lack of testicles he had when like you're in the red zone, go for it on fourth down. God damn it!
He keeps thinking we could just make it a one-score game every time. It's like eventually you're gonna have to score a touchdown.
Yeah, like you gotta score. You gotta score. Go. We have Matthew Stafford, who is still one. Like I would still argue a top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah,
Top half.
He absolutely. He was so bad last night. He was awful.
Yeah.
And again, Tua wasn't much better. That's the other scary.
Hey, look, I will give Tua credit once again, putting his life on the line for the grind,
sacrificing for this team.
At what point can we start being like, I can't feel bad for you? Right now? Yeah, at some point, dude. We've tried. We've tried telling you. We've tried warning you. But
you're gonna glue the Guardian cap onto his head at this point.
Yeah, at some point, you're gonna fuck around and find out at some point. Yeah, and it's sad. It's really sad seeing him.
Right, because you can tell he really likes to play. It's just you have no regard for.
He's got no regard for his body. He's got no regard. And the worst part is, you gotta screw your team over more than anything.
Yeah, you're the one that threw the pick, and then you're trying to hurt yourself trying to fix the mistake.
But I am impressed by how the Miami Dolphins defense played because they were able to tighten up. They kept Kyren Williams contained. They didn't allow any super massive important chunk plays. They tightened up. Red zone. They were incredible. Yeah. Again, it's also due to the lack of balls.
Due to McVay, but yes, still.
McVay.
Credit's due.
Credit due. Chad Robinson had a really good game. Dolphins didn't do a ton, but they did win the game.
So the one that we do need to actually talk about, though, and on the Dolphins, that is a quiet developing story for this offseason.
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill don't want to be on this team anymore, and it's fucking obvious.
He's also playing through a torn wrist.
He does not want to be on this team anymore. And he's playing terribly. He has been
playing hurt. He's playing hurt.
I know he's hurt, but
the fact that his only 100-yard game is the one he had after getting arrested.
I saw the meme.
I knew you were the one who had seen this.
Of course. Forget the fact that he wasn't playing with Tua for most of this game.
Yeah, it's.
I get it though too, but it is funny. We're just it
is funny that
the Venn diagram of 100-yard games and times getting arrested this season is a circle.
Yeah, again, that's it genuinely terrifies me. But the Tyreek Hill to the Chiefs next year,
he's going back.
It's coming. I'm waiting for the Adam Schefter tweet sometime in March next year that says breaking news: Tyreek Hill is a Chief. Tyreek Hill returns home for a fucking second or something, and I hate
everything.
I hate everything. I give up. But yeah, so.
Well, if they don't win this year, it's absolutely happening.
Miami essentially has to win.
Even if they win it, it's if they win it this year, they won't give up a first or a second. Actually, they might give up a second, but they won't give up the multiple ones. if they win, if they don't win it, they're going to give up something, and then
Yeah.
they'll and then he will be willing to restructure his contract. That's the other big.
DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Rashi Rice. Jesus Christ! God dang it!
Oh, I think Hopkins.
Well, Hopkins might be good.
Hopkins not.
Hopkins is
Hopkins might be good, but
is
right then
Hopkins
Rice and
Hill.
Hill.
Hopkins is this year, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
that's fair.
Hopkins is 100% is a short-term rental.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. All right.
No.
Well, that was the week that was.
All right, moving on
Next.
to the week that is to come. Who we got on buys this week?
No doubles. Bucks.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I guess they had to do it in Australia. They get 2 C's there.
Yeah, they get 2 seats.
That's yeah. Cardinals, the Bucks, and both Germany teams are getting the week off.
Yep. All right. Thursday night. I actually look. We had a really great. Thursday night
We're
last
getting some
week.
decent ones. At least
We
the
could have another
potential.
good one this
You're
week.
gonna have a good one. This could be a good one.
Yeah.
This could be a good one.
Don't mess it up, Amazon.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, please don't. I'm begging you.
I don't know. I think I'll take the Eagles because they're.
I might not skip this game to go watch Red 1.
If you skip this for Red 1 of all things.
God, I'm.
Did they already play these two?
No,
Yeah,
this is
this is the first time.
this is
Okay.
the first.
No, I'll take the home team. Yeah, I'll take the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going Eagles just because they're at home. I so want to I not only that. Sorry, I actually think the Eagles are going to win this, and I think they're going to be fairly decent in this one because I'm the Commanders' defense is not great, and Jaden's starting to
Choke racks.
come back to earth, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, he's not. Again,
Well,
This is when the Kingsbury second half starts. Right?
there it is. We're into the Kingsbury
second-
second half of the season. People have started to figure out how to play him,
Uh-oh.
and he can't adjust.
At the
So-
same time, the Eagles have 2 really good emerging corners in both Quinion Mitchell, who's been a stud all
he
year,
has. No, he has.
And-
Absolutely.
and Cooper DeJean, who's been doing really well as well.
Yeah.
Also,
No, so that's look.
Be
I
tough.
think the only reason I'm not betting on this is just mostly because I'm a little trepidatious about it.
It could go either way.
Yeah, I'm not 100% confident, but I do I actually think it's perfectly priced. Like if it was lower, I probably would have. If it was higher, I probably would have. But 3.5 points. I think Eagles win it by 3. So it's kind of one of those I don't want to touch this. Like I just it's.
yeah, I would.
I think Eagles win. They look good, and I just keep getting constantly embarrassed this season. So
And
this is
Nick
my
Sirianni
last.
keeps-
Okay,
keeps saving
until
his-
Lando comes on and wants his apology and everything, I'll do that. But this is my last time being like, all right, yes,
sorry,
I was
Billy.
wrong about the Eagles. This is my last time you get it. I was
right.
wrong until Lando comes on, and I've got to apologize. I will do it then. But
Oh, that's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
And I'm not gonna, and again, I'm not gonna be like when they finally lose, and you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna be on my high horse like I am with the Jets.
Yeah,
They're a good team. They are 100% a very good team. I will own that. They just have a horrifically bad head coach who deserves to be fired. That's my take at
That's
this
the
point.
only
They're a
thing.
good team with a bad head coach.
See,
So
had
they're
you just said that, I would have let that slide. But the whole 6
I know,
wins
no,
that you were,
I
Yeah, the whole
get it.
6
Yeah,
double down on the
no,
6
no,
wins,
the
yeah.
6-11 was kind like it was
was-
kind
you
of
were
my
shooting a
bang,
shot.
it was kind of my Bengals take as well. I just didn't give the Bengals take with a number. I had a number for the Eagles, whereas for the Bengals I didn't.
You just generally said they're not. gonna
Yeah,
win.
and if I just did the same thing, I think they're both the same side of they're the same coin. Like it's
Yeah,
just the
bad
yeah,
head
that-
coach, but talent.
just one has a little bit of quarterback, and the other has
Mm.
Jalen Hurts, one of the top 5. So.
I'm
Anyway.
not going there because
Anyway, Stonks.
Yes, song for this game, Terry McLaurin.
I think he'll do fine. I don't know if the other receivers will. I think he'll still. do
Yeah,
fine.
McLaurin's actually
good.
really
He's
establishing
good.
himself as
He's
one of
really
the
good.
best wide receivers in football right now.
Yeah,
He's
he'll still get his.
yeah. So I'm gonna say Stonks.
He'll
See,
shut down. They'll shut down everyone but him.
See, I'm the odd man out. I would have said not Stonks because I do think they're going
I
to.
I could see it.
I think they're going to have Mitchell shadowing him quite a bit. So
Yeah,
I think he's just talented enough to.
yeah. I just think he's a.
it's a fair stunk. I just would have gone non-stunk.
Yeah. All right. Now, at the start of the season, we had this one circled as the potential. Oh, could this be could this be the game where they finally break the curse? And now, hell no.
Oh hell no!
Jordan Love will officially continue his ownership of the Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Look, the way it's playing right now, and look, given the discontent locker, I don't know how true this report is, but there are reports coming out that there are Bears vets who are asking them to sit Caleb Williams,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which, like,
again,
you cannot look me in the face and tell me you think T-Bag gives you a better chance to win games.
My
Division
take,
2.
if it's real, which again, I'm not 100. I don't 100% believe, but if it's real, it's
a little.
It's the people who are annoyed they traded Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And
we would have been better just keeping him.
So future Steeler DJ Moore.
It's probably DJ Moore.
Probably DJ Moore.
I don't think DJ Moore probably hates Caleb Williams.
Probably.
Okay, okay. Here's the other thing. I'm not betting on this again because I really wanted to. This was one that I was when I was saying, "Oh God damn it, I'd have to break my rule."
Because we don't know which Jordan Love is going to show up.
No, new coordinator. You don't bet against a new coordinator, and I would have to break my rule, and I don't want to break my rule, and everything because the Packers are gonna this is going to be.
It will surprisingly be close.
It could be. That's my concern.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like this could be deceptively close.
And
be like the Caleb Williams coming back, be like, okay, fine, here's what the fuck I can do.
Yeah,
game.
That's the thing. I wouldn't be if we came on here next Tuesday and it's like Bears won. I won't be shocked. I won't be like how I wouldn't have it as a contender for upset of the week. It wouldn't be one of the. I mean, depending on what the other games are, obviously, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, how did they do that?
Right.
But at the same time, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Well, a question this also is what curse wins out? Did the curse the Lions make a comeback this week, or does the curse of the Packers take heat and the Bears lose?
Yeah.
I'll go Packers because.
So I think Packers win this
off the bye.
Yeah, Packers off the bye.
Spiraling.
Yeah,
I'm going Packers as well. Stunks
question though. So Bears fans were walking out with less than 10 minutes to go in the game. This weekend. If they're down bad, I think Bears fans start leaving at halftime, and that's going to that could be the thing that gets people to be like that actually gets Eberflus fired. If they're down that bad and they have to be real bad at halftime. No, but more the images of Bears fans just being like, we're done. That's what they were last week against the Patriots. They were just, we're done. What's the point? And I could see Eberflus getting fired for that because and I know this team's never done it before. I know they've never fired a coach mid-season, but I could see them that being the thing.
Look, for a long time, the Steelers hadn't fired a head coach. The last time it happened, Pearl Harbor hadn't happened. So there's a first time for everything.
Yeah. So all right, who you got?
I'm also taking the Packers for stonks this week. Let's say Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed. I mean, as bad as the Bears are, their defense is still.
No, that defense is quit.
Yeah.
No, that defense has quit. That defense has absolutely quit on that coach. So I'm saying stonks.
I'll say stonks. I'll lean towards it.
I'm gonna echo you guys that one. I think I want stonks as well.
All right.
Who's next?
Our biggest margin of the week. Jags at Lions.
Yeah, that line.
That might not be enough.
I am so tempted. I am so tempted to take that, but also that scares the shit out of me to take a 13.
It wouldn't for me. If this is indeed Mac Jones again,
I'm taking it. It is one of my bets because of Mac Jones. This is going to get
Trevor Lawrence might not play.
Is Mac Jones playing him? Is he playing him?
It's very likely Mac Jones. This is priced very clearly to be Mac Jones.
Yeah.
If it's announced that it's Trevor Lawrence, then it will move. But this is priced for Mac Jones. This is gonna be a drubbing.
Ugly.
This is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be an especially like if they had beaten the Texans badly, maybe not.
There's a letdown. There's like a letdown coming.
Yeah, nope.
Because they
got embarrassed. Jared Goff got embarrassed on Sunday Night Football. He is going to come out and play like this is going to get ugly. This is going to be one of those Cowboys type games where it's like, guys, they're dead. You don't have to
run
keep
so many
doing
trick
this.
plays. They're going to run so many trick
and it's like, guys, they're dead and they're a bad team. What are you doing? Like, why? This is kind of sad. There's things called mercy rules, and we should have them in the NFL when this happens.
These men have families.
Yeah, they're in London.
Children.
They have families.
Oh my god! But they're at home, so they're not going to stop.
No. So yeah,
it's gonna be that Kylo Ren meme. The more.
This is gonna get this is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be so ugly of a game. And yeah, again, if Trevor Lawrence is out, if Mac Jones is playing, this is
you can
my god,
that you can bet.
Horrific.
Take this. Take the money and run.
Take this if it's Mac Jones.
Yeah, if Trevor Lawrence is playing, maybe stay away from this.
A 20-point blowout, not a 40-point.
Yeah. All right.
That might be in everyone on the line stunks.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Everyone on the line stunks. Are all the lines? Is there any line player that will not be stunks?
No. Well,
maybe Jared Goff.
Maybe Jared Goff because he'll just run on them.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Moving on.
All right. Chance.
Just give stunks all the line. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All right, Chance. Your game of the week.
Hate week. Let's go.
Might be everyone's game of the week.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the Ravens and let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, look, people conveniently say, "Oh, you've had a cupcake schedule. You know, this is where things get really tough." And you're right, they do. But look what we've been doing on defense. Look at the unlimitedness of our offense, and also. Jacob, as long as Russell Wilson starts next week and finishes the game, you're going to owe me an apology next week. Because you know why?
What did I say? I'm so terrified.
Before the season started, and when I was betting on Russell Wilson, you said Russell Wilson's going to be the starter for 3 weeks, and then you got to put Justin Fields in. Well, it's been 3 weeks. He, as of right now, is still the starter. And he is going to be the starter. So, I mean, you're already wrong. If he starts that game, you're already wrong. Yeah. And continues to be the starter. Yes, you are wrong.
I'm not going to lie. And again, you know how much I'm actually rooting for the Steelers this season because I need it to happen.
Yeah.
If like Russell Wilson breaks his leg or something in this game, I'm genuine. Like it's one of those technically I'm right scenarios where it's not that he got benched, but he doesn't fit. I'm going to laugh so hard.
You're gonna be the worst person in the world for laughing at an injury. Oh god.
I hope I'm hoping I'm not right.
Yeah, exactly.
Point is, if there's any team that knows how to play Lamar Jackson, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like Lamar traditionally has his worst performances against Pittsburgh. Like that's just how it goes. They know how to play. I know they got less in the playoffs. Wait, no, we haven't played Lamar in the playoffs. I don't think.
Yeah, but Lamar's worst game of the year is always in the playoffs so far. It is always.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. No. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. But yes. Okay. Yes. Understood. Now, is I know you're saying like, oh, they got Derrick Henry and they got Deontay Johnson as a 2, and they got Tre'Davious White, and you know what I say?
No one is saying,
fuck?
oh, they got Deontay
This
Johnson. No one is saying that. Henry, yes. Flowers, maybe. No one is saying that about Deontay.
But look, we don't put Derrick Henry. Look at his last performance against us with the Titans. Didn't do shit. And
that's the Titans, but yeah.
furthermore,
But yeah.
look at that pass defense. Look at the moon. Imagine the moon balls from Russell Wilson. They're gonna go crazy. George Pickens is probably gonna fight somebody. That's just gonna happen. And you know what? Pittsburgh's are going to come out. We're going to put a stranglehold on the AFC North. We're going to prove that we are the real deal. Pittsburgh all the way.
Is the rematch in week 18 or not?
No, it's not. It's
before.
week 18.
That might influence who I'm picking.
Week 18 is Cincy. Okay. I forget when we play Baltimore.
Okay. Week 8, you have Browns. Week 8. No, sorry, you have Cincy in week 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we play the Browns twice in the span of 3 weeks.
Yeah, because you play
There's 2 wins.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, because if it was, that would have been one of my other. If it was like Steelers Ravens would have been my other contender, but it's not. They don't actually.
I think the way it goes, I think the Ravens, the second Ravens game is right after the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's. Yeah, I think you get it the week. No, it's the week before. It's the week before Christmas. You get Chiefs the week after.
Okay, so
it's the week
before the Chiefs. Week before the Chiefs. Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I think that's why I asked. I think I'm going to pick the Steelers here because they're at home, and I might.
Well, this is their home game, yeah.
The rematch. I might pick the Ravens in the rematch, but I'll pick the Steelers now.
No, I think they split. I think they split, but I think Steelers win this one. I think the momentum's there. It's at home, and again, if you want to make, in all seriousness, if you want to make money in the NFL. Bet when the Steelers are underdogs at home. It just makes no goddamn sense. The Vegas just constantly bet when this happens because it's dumb. It's just dumb. I don't understand it. I really don't. So Steelers getting 3 points. You're gonna make money. Steelers win this.
At the same time, though. You gotta be able to exploit that Ravens secondary. The Ravens have the worst pass defense in the NFL by a good margin.
It's bad, and
you gotta be able to exploit that.
You've got to. And again, this is Steelers' biggest game of the year. My hope for this, because again, it would just embarrass the absolute fuck out of the Ravens, is that this is a drubbing, that this is like an absolute ass kicking.
Oh God, I don't know if I can handle chance if they blow out the Ravens.
I'll because it's against the Ravens, I will be fine with it. I will be like, I'm like, you know what? You own all of this. That's fine. Because
just know if that does happen, the Yinzerness will take over me for the next show.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, because if it happens, he's going full blown. We're making the Super Bowl. Like
he's gonna come out here with face paint and everything.
Yeah, he'll do that if they make the AFC Championship. All right. So I've got Steelers.
I'll go Steelers, but it's close.
Yeah. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Steelers stunks. All the Ravens not stunks.
Well, I can tell you, Deontay Johnson will not be stunks.
Deontay Johnson. I don't
know about the rest.
Deontay Johnson has a really, really bad drop in this game. Just so we can laugh at him.
If they even throw him the ball.
All right. Raiders at Dolphins. Again, who cares? Honestly, I kind of do because
I wasn't sure until the Dolphins showed up.
Here's the thing. I kind of care about it because I kind of need the Dolphins to lose this one because I need the Dolphins to lose one game. And I was hoping it was last week.
Well, sorry, Jacob, it's not happening here.
You're not losing to Desmond Ridder, which is
so it's not going to happen here, unfortunately. So
and they're at home.
Dolphins should win this one, unfortunately. And they've actually got a little bit of a they
basically have to win out to have like a shot in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they've got the schedule to do it. That's the problem. They've got a really nice schedule to be able to win out. So yeah, I think Dolphins do win this, unfortunately, but yeah, Ravens are a bad team.
Raiders.
Raiders. Sorry, Raiders.
Yeah.
40th slip.
All right.
Dolphins. Stonks for this one. We go Jalen Waddle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Ravens.
If Tyreek Hill is playing hurt, then yeah, it's gonna be Waddle.
Yeah.
Doing most of the damage.
Raiders are done. All right. The NFL, I'm actually kind of mad at the NFL because they robbed us of what could have been genuinely one of the worst primetime games of all time, which would have been fucking hilarious.
What are you about to? Oh,
this game.
We got robbed.
This game on Sunday night would have been pure comedy.
Pure hilarity.
And I really
it's the Senior Bowl. It's the Senior Bowl.
It was Sunday night football. It got flexed out. I feel like the game they got put in had to have been the third choice. Like, there's no way.
Well, now it's Chargers Bengals. That's actually
I definitely feel like I feel like the Bills Chiefs was absolutely held by CBS 100%.
You can't flex that.
Yeah, Steelers Ravens. I think it could have been because it was the early window, and you can't flex it from the 1. You can't go from 1 o'clock to 4 to 9.
7.
You can't do it.
Well, you know what? I never heard that rule, so I'm calling racism.
Okay.
You pick the match with the 2 white quarterbacks, and you let the match with the 2 black quarterbacks stay in the middle of the day. Okay, I see how it is. NFL.
Well,
one election
to learn that they're racist.
One election and shit changes. Okay, I see how it is.
Oh my god.
How many jokes?
We have say what about that 4 years. At least we got a comedy gold mine coming for us.
We already had 4 years of that. Okay. Anyway.
Look, this one, Jets. This could be your last bit of the season. To be perfectly honest, I think they win this game. Like I and this was the other one where I went. I'm not going against one of my rules. I'm not betting on the Jets. I -4. I think they're going to win it, but I'm not betting on it.
I'll begrudgingly take the Jets, even though I've been picking against them all. Yeah, I've been picking against them. I picked the Patriots to beat the Jets, and I was surprisingly right. So this time I will pick them.
Look, if you lose this team, just Aaron Rodgers retire. Just retire in the middle of the season.
Back to the darkness.
Just call. Yeah, go on
McAfee on Tuesday and retire.
Yeah, because
don't even tell the Jets. They can find out when they watch
Pat McAfee. That'd be amazing.
That'd be hilarious.
That's actually something he would do. That's
I'd give Aaron Rodgers a lot of props if that's how he retired.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard for this. I'm gonna say Jonathan Taylor. Stonks or not Stonks?
I mean, the Jets defense is getting worse, so I'll say yes.
They're going to take the ball out of Flacco's. Actually, they're going to take the ball out of Flacco's hands after what happened last week. So I'm going to say Stonks.
Put it in the hands of your best player. Yeah.
All right. What's next?
All right. Rams at Patriots. I don't know about this game. I really don't.
Yeah,
this
last
one.
week.
Yeah,
this last week changed a lot.
Really go either way.
I think we get the bounce back. I think we get a Rams bounce back game. The Rams are better than what they put on display on Monday night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Rams. But I think again. I think Drake May, as great as he has been, is not going to have any time in the world to throw. And
at the same time, I don't think the Patriots are going to sack Matt Stafford.
No, they're not going to. They're not going to replicate 9 sacks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Rams.
Yeah, I'll go Rams.
I think it's a closer game than you
probably
would
should
think.
be. Yeah,
but yeah, I'm Rams win this one. But man, it's not an easy beat. Again, the Patriots are being what I thought they would be, which is not an easy team to beat. They're frisky.
Yeah. Stonks for this one. Does he have his game? Cooper Kupp.
I mean, he had a decent game last game. Yeah.
I don't know. He's still hurt. He's still clearly
When is he
hurt.
When is he not?
I'm
What
gonna say-
else is new?
Yeah, I'm going to say not stonks. I think Puka is definitely emerging as his weapon. So I'm going to say not stonks.
Putting the
Yes.
IR in Cooper Cup. I know it's probably an ER, but still.
Okay.
Actually, that works better. Putting the ER in Cooper Cup.
God.
Very good. How has no one made that joke?
I know, right? Actually, in my fantasy league, yeah, no, I'm going
Putting the
stomp.
ER.
I'm going stomp
going
for Cooper Cup. I'm going stomp for
Okay.
Cup. Yeah. In one of my
only
dynasty
throws to-
league, in one of my leagues, his nickname for me was Coop IR Cup.
There you go.
All right. Just straight up, I'm just calling it right now. Unwatchable game of the week. Just
I think I know where you're going. I think I know where you're going.
Brown
Swole.
Yeah,
This-
there we go.
Look,
Jameis
It-
revenge game.
genuinely,
Yeah, the James Revenge game. You're not turning it.
Incoming.
genuinely, this will get 3 minutes of airtime during red zone, and that's it. I reckon if
someone
you
will
get a
score.
stopwatch and actually time it, it will have less than 3 minutes of airtime on red zone because this game's going to be a disaster and it's going to look ugly. And it's just
it's
going to
gonna be a
be
shootout.
one of those awful, awful games.
Now that you
So-
said that, it's definitely going to be a shootout.
Probably. Now that I've said that, no defense team's going to turn up. So, yeah.
I'll take the Browns off the bye.
I'm
You
gonna
know.
take Browns on a coin flip and fuck it. Miles Garrett's on the team, I guess.
I
Miles
guess
Garrett at least is playing defense
I guess I'm the odd man out. I'm going New Orleans.
because you don't want to pick the Browns.
Well, not just that.
Awesome.
I feel like the
going
real
better
Jameis
quarterback?
has. Yeah, I feel like the real Jameis has stood up.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm going better defense. Like I just again, I think they're going up against the better defense, but you're not wrong. Like they've got the better
It
quarterback.
could be either. It could be either.
This is such a bad game. It's gonna be. It's just one. Oh god.
Stonks for this one. Cedric Tillman.
No.
Sarah Thomas been playing well.
I'm just sorry. Anyone associated with this game, not stonks.
I will bravely say stonks
with
He's
this
also my
game,
fantasy team.
not stonks.
I'll do it.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Con. Because of Jake, I'm gonna go with Con Stonks.
Just all right. Seahawks at 49ers. 40 low key, biggest game of the year for the 49ers. They have to win this
100%.
game.
Did
Yeah,
we skip
100%.
Vikings Titans? I don't know if you moved to the afternoon games already. Might have skipped Vikings Titans.
Oh, I might have. Fuck. Okay.
I
hang
mean,
on.
it's basically a nothing game.
Let's talk about this one first.
Just see
Why
what's
you
going
do that?
While I find the
yeah.
odds.
I got the list.
Big game for both parties. I mean, this is a must win for both teams.
They're still in the hunt for the lead.
Yeah, and I
in the
think
division.
I think the winner of this would get second place in the division, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So if so 49ers, 49ers have second place right now, but they already have the win over the Seahawks, so they would it would cement themselves as in second place.
Yeah.
If they lose it, they drop to depending on the Patriots game, they could drop back to fourth.
Yeah.
So this is a huge game for the 49ers, especially with the Cardinals on a bye.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
like
you gotta capitalize.
Rams have, and that's that again, coming from the NFC West point of view, Cardinals, 49ers must win this game, and the Rams must win theirs because Cardinals are on a bye, so they don't get a free win. And if both of them win, it's kind of a loss for the Cardinals. If both lose and the Seahawks win,
They're looking great.
then
The Cardinals look great.
Cardinals are up like by 3.5 games, I think. Like in terms, or no, two and a half. 2.5 plus, yeah,
With the tiebreaker. Yeah.
with the tiebreaker. So yeah, 40. Oh no, so they'd still be 1.5 technically,
Right.
but then they would play the Seahawks. Yeah, so there'd be 2 games in front. So it's a huge game for the 49ers that they have to win. The positive is no matter what happens for Cardinals fans, which I know we got Buck in the chat, no matter what, you're going to be winning the division at the end of this weekend because even if 49ers win, you've still got the tiebreaker over them. So, yeah, huge game for the 49ers. They have to win this.
Yeah, I'll take the Niners.
I'm going to, but man, CMC's got to look a lot better than he did on the weekend.
I mean, shake off the rust. Shake off the
rust.
He's got those Achilles tendonitis.
Now, but before I give my pick, is Brandon Ayuk still employed?
Here we go. Yes, technically.
Then Seahawks. Then Seahawks.
I'm. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going Seahawks. Go upset, bro. Upset. I don't know. There's something there. Okay. We didn't actually talk about it. But I don't know. Punching the long snapper in the neck.
Yeah,
not great vibes. Not great vibes.
Yeah.
Don't like the vibes. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, Debo got the 2-piece combo. He got the long snapper and the kicker in one swipe.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they were missing.
No, they were.
So I get the reasoning, but you probably shouldn't do it when you're on camera.
Don't do it on the sideline.
No, you don't do that.
You do if you're gonna do it. You do it in the locker room or you do it in practice. You don't do it on the sideline where there's a million fucking cameras,
Everyone can see you.
and then it becomes a story. Like I get it. Fights happen in locker rooms. Fights happen on the field. I'm not gonna kill them for that. I am gonna kill you a little bit for the. I'm gonna hit you and then walk away and then constantly look over my shoulder like, oh god, please don't touch me.
You're like a long snapper.
You're gonna walk away in fear of the kicker.
Yeah, like that was a little bit of a really Debo. Like if you're gonna hit someone, kind of back up yourself. But anyway, so
or at least don't look back. Hit him and walk away.
Yeah, don't like.
You're gonna hit.
Is he following me? What? Anyway, yeah, bad vibes in this team. There's really bad vibes. That final drive in the Bucs game was horrific and filled with penalties. So yeah, I'm going Seahawks for no reason other than I just do not like the 49ers right now. They're a bit worrying. All right, who you got for us?
Yeah, Stonks for this game because I think he's going to be back this week. DK Metcalf.
He should be.
He should be. I'm going to say Stonks.
I say Stonks.
Yeah. I really don't like this defense. And again, it's got Brandon Staley in as an assistant, so that's probably why.
That's why it's bad.
Yeah. All right.
It's personal for Jacob.
Vikings at Titans.
I mean, might just be another default Vikings win because of who they're playing.
It might be, but at the same time, like the Titans have like a sneakily good defense.
They
really
got
good
a really
exploit
they do, and that's the slight concern part is they do have one of those sneakily good defenses. So I am gonna say Vikings, but it's gonna be close. This could be another candidate for just what the fuck is this game?
What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? Let's see. For this one, okay, in terms of memes, Will Levis.
In terms of memes,
do we get another Will Levis meme this week?
Right is over with.
Not against Not again. No, sorry, not against the Vikings. No.
Really? No memes? Okay.
Hoping and praying. No memes. But I don't think it's
all right, fine.
Bank on memes.
I guess not Stonks for the memes. Okay.
You got all those memes in the first half of the year.
All right. Our last
non-big game.
Yeah, non-big game. Which I actually don't even know if Broncos and Falcons are getting this game anymore. Oh, actually, no, it's on Fox. That's right. Yeah, Fox got it, and that's how they're getting it. Because because I'm going Falcons on this. I have no idea how Broncos are favored in this game.
Yeah, Broncos are favored. That's odd to me.
Yeah, I don't understand. This is an overreaction to the Saints game. This is an overreaction to the Saints game and an overreaction to how close the Chiefs game was. The Falcons are a better team than the Saints game. that was just a divisional game against a team that was reinvigorated against a coaching change and another team that took them lightly. And then the Broncos, it was a divisional game against a team that was looking ahead at their biggest game of the season at that point. I think Falcons win this, not handedly, but I do think Falcons win this game.
I'll go the opposite way. I'll take Broncos because they have a much better defense than the Falcons.
They do, but I'm still. I think they still have enough firepower to come out on top of this one. So I am going Falcons.
All right.
Stonks for this one. Let's say Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. Who would have thought Bo Nix would look better than Caleb Williams right now?
I'm gonna say Stonks. All right. Game of the year. Chiefs at Bills.
Yep.
The yearly battle.
I've
Always
never been more nervous for a game than since the last time these two fucking teams played each other.
Tyler Bass, you better be careful.
I'm nervous.
Can you imagine if this comes down to another Tyler Bass field goal? Oh God.
Here's the thing. And if it does, he's gonna make it because we beat the Chiefs at home in the playoff. Not in the regular
If it's a
season.
61-yard.
That's just what we do. That's just what we fucking do.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really good game. I think the biggest concern I have is Keon Coleman's out, so we don't.
The concern is the lack of potential pass catching options.
Yeah, we don't have
Cooper
Coleman.
might be out
We
again.
don't have Kincaid.
Might have Cooper.
Cooper's still 50-50.
Yeah.
Shakir we have, thank God. But
Mac
then,
Hollins.
then the rest are all high
Yes.
schools. So
just Madden generated players with normal development. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
It's a little concerning.
It is concerning. But who knows? We could win. We could lose this game, but win in the playoffs. Like it could actually be a reverse of what normally happens.
We'll take a loss in the regular season.
Yeah. So I'm going Bills, but this is going to be a close game. This is going to be down to a 1 point or 2 points. Like again, because it's the only way Chiefs are going to lose this game is if lose a game this year is on a last second field goal. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
I'll go Bills, but I don't feel good. I just have this sinking feeling.
I'm with you guys. I'm going Buffalo on this one. I think that Kansas City this is going to be the fuck around and find out game. I know no pass catching option, but I think Josh Allen is going to go fire God mode extreme, and they're going to win this game. So with that, you kind of ruined my joke, but yeah, my stonks are not stonks. It's Tyler Bass.
I'm going Stonks. I don't care.
I'll go Stonks. Now we're fully in after that 61-yarder.
Here is my big prediction.
I'm out. You put me right back in.
My big prediction for this game and for the commentary after this week, because the Steelers are going to embarrass the Ravens so much, and because the Bills are going to win this game, Josh Allen will be MVP favorite at the end of this week.
I can see that happening.
Like I think the conversation will be Josh Allen is the MVP because because if the Steelers win, Lamar at that point the odds of the Steelers not winning the division are pretty low. Like it's not obviously like it, but it goes down significantly, and so at that point, at best, the Ravens get as the 5th seed. And the last time a 5th seed was MVP was Peyton Manning. And it just doesn't happen. So we'll see. All right. And then our Sunday night football game that I have no idea who's winning this one.
Yeah. This could genuinely go either way.
This is going to look, this is a Chargers defense. Who are you really game? All right.
Can you cover Jamar Chase?
But not only that. It's the you're this lauded defense over because you've held people to 17 points. You've gone one of the most it's probably the most underrated defense in football right now. Yep. But you also look who you've played. You haven't really played anyone. This is the best quarterback you've played so far this season that's not named Patrick Mahomes. And he's playing better than Mahomes so far this year.
Yes,
He
he
still
is.
have to
Mhm.
win.
Oh, 1,000%. Like,
Yeah,
there's
he's
no
absolutely
question.
playing better. Most
so,
quarterbacks
like,
are playing better than Mahomes.
It's the best quarterback you've played this year.
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna do? Well, what's he got? It's a huge game for the Chargers. The positive that the Chargers have is the Bengals have one of the worst defenses in football. So
And one of
Justin
the worst
Herbert,
coaches.
sorry,
worst
and one of
coaches.
the worst coaches. So Justin Herbert should be able to have this. Could be a big Justin Herbert game and a big one of those like, hey, I've arrived games. So I'm going.
This could also be a Chargers find a strange and heartbreaking way to lose game. Although I think actually no, not this.
There's
Not,
always one
not
a year.
this.
There's always
This
one.
isn't-
I think that comes later against a team that they should beat.
No,
But-
I think it's the Chiefs game. I think it's the Chiefs in Arrowhead
It
game.
usually is.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets flipped by the Chiefs. Hold on, let me see. Because I picked out who that game is going to be. I got to remember who it is. It's New England. That's the one. New England's the one. That's
Well, they've only ever
That's
that's
the-
the thing. They've only ever beaten New England once in the last like 15 years. They can't do it, and they did it
That's with
last
Belichick,
year.
though.
They did it last year, and that was the 6-3 game. That was the one that was just one of the like most awful games ever. So
it's either New England or the Broncos. That's the Chargers find a sad and heartbreaking way to lose a game. A strange and heartbreaking way to lose a game again.
yeah.
Patriots.
Patriots, I agree with you. Patriots one is the one that's
That
like
could be. Yeah.
that's the one Taylor's terrified of. So yeah, I'm going with Chargers, but
I'll go
again,
Chargers
no
too.
real,
Buy
no
in.
gusto about it.
Keep Zach Taylor employed or watch Joe Burrow lose.
constant
I like seeing Joe Burrow lose. So I'm gonna go to Cincinnati. But Joe, you better win 5 games down the line, or I swear. But 5 games that are not Pittsburgh. Beat 5 other teams. Don't beat Pittsburgh. But yeah,
If there are like, I'm not gonna lie. If the Bills win, the Bills win, the Chargers win, and the Steelers win, chance is gonna be unfucking bearable next week because it's gonna be the door is open for not only him to get the number 1 seed, but like it's both of us to get the number 1 seed. We are now then fighting for the number 1 seed. Unfortunately, we don't play each other. Like that's the unfortunate reality. We don't play each other in the regular season this season.
So next week might be the most unbearable, annoying show ever.
It could be. It really could.
Oh God! Everyone get ready.
we have not had a situation where both our teams are actually like legitimately good.
Yeah, we haven't had that situation yet. So this could be a first.
This is new territory.
Yeah. All right.
Stonks for this game. Let's say Quentin Johnston.
I think Stonks
Against this defense, yes.
I think Stonks.
Yes, then yes.
All right.
Yeah.
McConkey as well.
And McConkey's out. Sorry, he was questionable.
McConkey's currently playing.
No, he was questionable for the last game, but then he played. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, they're all going to do well.
No, all right.
Against this defense.
And our Monday night game, the point and
Texas
laugh
battle.
game. The point and laugh. This is just point and laugh.
Why do we keep getting the Cowboys in primetime? God
Because
I know why.
yeah. In all seriousness, no, I'm not gonna lie. The NFL won't because it draws in too much money. But that's going to be the thing that terrifies Jerry more than anything. Is if next season they've only got like 2 primetime games or something. Like the thing that out of everything that has happened this season so far to the Cowboys, the thing that would have pissed him off the most out of everything was when they got
fewer primetime.
No, it was when they got flexed
yeah.
out from the game of the week for the Lions and pushed back into the 1 o'clock. It was not last week, the week before. Where they got flexed. They got flexed out, and that was out of more than anything in the entire world. That's the thing that would have pissed Jerry off more than anything. Not that their quarterback not went down. Not that they suck. It's the fact that they got flexed out.
It's the fact that they suck and no one's watching.
Yeah, that's what's pissed him off more than anything.
We're gonna suck. At least
Texans win this, and it's not even close. This is ugly.
They should have Nico back.
Ugly. Yeah. And the one
you would hope they learned their lesson. The Texans.
The one slight wrinkle in my pick here is
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons could ball out on.
He could destroy that line.
That's the one thing. Here's the thing: Micah has not played well at all. I know he's been injured, but he's not been playing well. And again, but he is in a contract.
That implies that Micah is capable.
All he needs is the
that
motivation.
implies he is capable of balling out. Yeah,
That's my thing. Like, so like I don't know what's going to happen with that. So I still think Texans win, but
that could change it. Yeah, that could keep it close.
That's if the Cowboys are to win. If the Cowboys are to win this game, that's how. At the end of it, we're saying Micah balled out. Like that's how it. Like will at the end of the game, that's what the conversation will be. Pay Micah his money, or Cowboys trade him so you can get
first round
get,
picks. Yes,
you'll get 3 first-round picks from Micah if he if he balls out and from here on in for the rest of the season. But like that is how. I don't think it's going to happen. Quietly, no, I really don't.
It won't be enough. Yeah.
Stonks for. I feel like there's nobody in the Texans that could say that's not going to be Stonks, but I will say CeeDee Lamb. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot.
No.
I forgot the quarterback.
Yes, no. The answer is no Stonks. He had 20 yards or something last game.
Yeah.
And he lost a touchdown with sun.
But to be fair, this is at night, so there's no sun in his eyes.
No sun. No sun this time.
Where's the moon?
The moon's in his eyes.
Where's the moon?
Yeah.
Moonlight. Moon's too bright.
No, the stadium lights are too light.
What excuse would they call?
Oh, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta get stoned for this game. Brian Anger.
Fuck's Brian Anger?
The punter for Dallas.
Cowboys punter.
Oh, he's gonna have a great game.
He's gonna have a great game.
He's gonna have a great game.
No, actually, no.
So many yards.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey's gonna have a great game.
Brandon Aubrey.
The only one scoring points.
Will they even get close enough? I know he has unlimited range, but
to be fair, it'll only be like, hey, they'll go.
Just get to midfield. Just get to midfield, and they'll kick a field.
Yeah, they'll go fuck it from 70 yards a few times.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, whatever.
This is our only chance to score.
All right.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for us here tonight.
Hey, wait.
I'm sorry.
Jacob wants to gloat.
I'm sorry. I always forget. Jacob's best.
Last week, again, a very respectable 3-5. I've had one bad week, and that was weeks ago. So I had Bengals +6. Obviously, they lost by 1. Broncos +7.5. We don't talk about that game. Titans +7.5. Yep, that got me sleeping on the couch. And Eagles -7. Yep, I actually went with the Eagles.
Jacob, your marriage is way too new for you always to be on the couch.
and Lions, I get screwed over by half a point. Yeah. God damn it! All right, this week
that.
I got Lions -13.
He's saying you're taking the 13.
I'm taking it. I am taking it. It's so many. But again, if Trevor Lawrence is playing, I have the right. I rescind this one. I have the right. Steelers +3. Again, easiest money you can make in football is
if you pick them to win. Then
No. I don't even have to pick them to win. I just need them to cover.
Oh yeah, that's just to cover. Sure.
Is Steelers at home? Steelers as an underdog at home. It is I will never understand why it happens. Falcons +2.5 against the Broncos. Again, I think Falcons are winning that game against the Broncos. Chiefs +2.5. I win either way. This is my I need something from this game. I win either way. And then Texans -7.5 because I think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be ugly and it's just a complete and utter blowout.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. Con, where will we find you?
I'm on Twitter at the King Con, and I'm on Letterboxd. And then, if I may, our friend Paul Oyama started a GoFundMe because he unfortunately lost his mom. So if you can donate to that, please do so. I think he just hit his goal like today.
Oh, that's
did he?
Good on him.
Yeah, he did hit his goal. But if you can donate and give him some extra, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
His GoFundMe should be posted on his Twitter.
Our hearts go out to Paul.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Jake, where will we find you?
Pretty much here at the moment. Here, and that's really
here in my house.
At Jacob London on everything else. I'm slowly getting back into things, but not really. So just talking football, and yeah, that's kind of really it. I haven't gone and seen a movie in I don't know how long, so I'm on sports at the moment.
You were holding out for Red 1.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
this is the week.
No, I think I'm going to take
Gladiator 2, maybe.
I'm going to take Mum to see Wicked next week, and that's before they leave, and that's about it.
I was about to say, are your parents still in town?
They leave. They're in San Francisco right now, and we're meeting them up next week in Vegas. Not in Vegas. Sorry, in LA next weekend,
Nice.
and then they leave.
Saving it for Wicadiator in 2 weeks, which is fine.
That was Glicked.
No. Wicadiator.
Rolls off the tongue.
About me, Twitter, give me a chance. We're underscore 91. Our episode, check them by chance. The podcast episode on Saw is dropping very soon. Probably either tonight or tomorrow. And thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Late.